Shut the fuck up!
I can't help it.
We begin. All right.
Born in a Dublin street where rooms do be.
Oh man! Welcome to Dungeons and Dunderheads. We're a bunch of who can't even get through an intro.
Bad look.
My name's Andrew.
That was bad.
Sorry. I would like to do the intro, please. No. My name's intro. God, I can't even do it. Oh no!
It's the Saturday curse.
I know what'll help give you some motivation.
Wait a minute. Toe socks.
My name's Andrew. I'll be your DM for the evening.
Do you want to?
Oh. My name's Lizzie, and I'm playing McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'll give you that one. That one.
You're not playing Alyssa, you're playing McGuire. Give me your best McGuire impression.
Oi!
Wrong McGuire.
Liz and McGuire.
Squeak.
Which show was she from again?
Thank you, Bygone. For the record.
Which show was she from again?
What?
Which show was Liz and McGuire on again?
Lizzie
Lizzie
McGuire.
McGuire.
Oh.
The Lizzie. Okay, to be fair, she went to Rome by herself, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was. I remember.
I don't know. There was a lot of Disney Channel female-led shows from my childhood. I'm sorry for confusing them.
What show was Raven on?
What was the one about the monkey spy?
I'm sorry, birds.
What about Carly?
You want to go this?
What about Carly from iCarly?
You want to go this route, Jeremy? I have much more to pull from for you.
Okay, well, when was Hannah Montana?
Miley Cyrus.
Well, her original name was supposed to be Alexis Texas.
That's true.
Well, you're joking.
And they had... No, I'm not.
Did Alexis Texas super right?
No,
they Googled Alexis Texas to make sure he was all right.
Yeah, they missed it by that much.
I'm
It
glad that
was weeks.
Well,
I'm glad that she was.
to be
around.
fair, that name was ass.
I'm pretty sure it was a porn star.
Her lawyers were pogging.
Stop.
They hogged their pants.
Jeremy?
I'm playing Styx, Rottenwing, the Owlin Grave Cleric. And if you'll notice, we have new character art, and
Ah!
we have accurate representation of who our characters are now.
That's on there. That's cool. I totally saw the kitty, and I just went, oh, that's cool. I went, huh, fuck.
Pull me.
Andrew.
Such shits. Why can we never just get through this part?
Saturday energy.
Oh, that has nothing to do with Saturday.
Saturday Night Fever.
We gotta get through the giggles. Get through the giggles, and then we'll do the
Cold
fight.
spaghetti, cold spaghetti.
And then when Kexx dies to the hand of his master, we're gonna default dance on him.
My name is Colby.
Okay.
I'm playing the guy
He's coming to
who
slap you.
tries to make Andrew re-roll. as
Andrew's
often as
taking a
possible.
dice from us.
He's taking the whole last box. Let's go.
Dice?
Yeah, I think we have like 3 in there.
I thought we had, like,
Not anymore.
one at best.
Giving them out.
Okay.
There is an undisclosed amount of dice that are being revoked.
I need these dice right now, and I've never used one.
You're playing the guy that's trying to give Andrew an aneurysm.
I play the guy that makes Andrew re-roll as often as possible. Yeah. I'm gonna be in the corner, and I'm gonna be hiding.
I'm Sam, I'm playing Kexx, the character that either initiates too many combat encounters or ends them way faster than Andrew plans for.
You guys largely avoid them.
It's not my fault, you know that.
I do
All right. So, last time on the Queen's Rooks, the team explored Midori Park, a business park filled with undead workers and necromancers galore on the behest of the Orzhal. With the help of broken wings rapport around the city and Morgan flexing her political standing, they were able to leverage some help from the local pontiff in narrowing down some places to look within the park for their missing ally, Yolov. This eventually led them to a spectral smithy, where they found Talim, another ally, that they believed have ratted them out to the Demir about Kexx being a turncoat. They found Talim hung up by some chains, and upon further inspection by Styx, found that he'd been turned into a zombie. Casting Destroy Undead, Styx sent him to be judged before Kalimdor. In the ashes of his body, they found a note. Beneath the veil where shadows play, a mentor lost in the moon's decay, midnight whispers, secret unfurled, home again, the mentor turned. Realizing that they were in the wrong spot, they quickly made their way back across the Deadbridge Chasm to the home away from home tavern run by Kexx's mother, Tanalee. After using a locate person spell, they found Yolov inside. They sent Kexx with Alyssa invisible in to question the people running the place, who were all acting a little bit strangely. Ignoring their complaints, Kexx went upstairs to his mother's room to find the drow vampire lounging in her bed. This drow obviously wanted to toy with Kexx a little, asked him to come further in the room before he would answer any more questions about Tanalee or Yolov. Kexx spotting the recently turned Tempe, another former ally, on the ceiling waiting to pounce, complied and allowed Tempe to drop on him, to which Alyssa proceeded to punch the smug drow vampire in the face.
Understandable.
This kicking off to combat. During the combat, Styx was cast Turn Undead, scaring the primary vampire, but leaving the rest of his cronies to be contended with still. Sorry. Oh, and Alyssa became the size of an actual giant and crashed through the top floor of the inn, much to Kexx's dismay. This is where we're picking up back right now, in the middle of that fight. So, boom,
I
back.
need to light the place on fire.
You're gonna light the place on fire right now?
Nice.
I didn't do anything to your home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet, really.
What are you talking about? You guys live about?
Home, not the tavern.
No, I was talking about the tavern.
Oh, I was about to say there's plenty of time to go and burn down his actual home.
They already tried that.
We'll do it again.
They burned down my home.
Well,
Yeah, little Alexis home.
I was about to say we don't even know your name yet.
Yeah, you do. So listen.
Like your whole name.
It's probably something like some deep speech.
All right, back to the top of the turn order. We're going to be picking up the assassin.
Alyssa of the Softwood Scribe.
I can check some things really quick.
Yes, sir.
Alyssa of Wiggins.
All right. The assassin, seeing that Morgan has recovered a little bit, is now standing, will not be standing for that himself, and is going to try and take her back down. So it's going to make a short sword attack against her. That is going to be a 15 to hit, which will not hit Morgan.
Shield.
Not even shield.
Oh.
I thought you were saying like cast shield just to be safe.
So first attack will miss. Second attack, natural 20.
I will.
Death's Door.
I will. Before you death door, I will silvery barbs.
That's still like a 27.
Alright, as long as it's not.
Alright, so that's going to be...
I shouldn't have that many spells now.
She needs to make a Constitution saving throw against this. Which she got... Holy shit, I've rolled 3 natural 20s already.
Keep burning them. Let's go. Come on.
That one was for Morgan.
I know.
So,
Don't burn them.
Morgan saves on the poison, so she's going to take half damage.
You roll for more enemies than allies for us, Andrew. I would like you to burn them.
3, 6,
No.
11, 15, 19, 21, 25, in half, so that's going to be 12.
Mhm.
So 12
So a
poison
lot.
damage. 12 poison damage. I can do math so good.
12 plus what?
18. It's going to be 18 and...
Morgan down again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But
Not dead.
that's the major point.
Don't worry.
Oh, I didn't see which one of those.
We're playing Morgan Yo-Yo right now.
That's what happens when you have a wizard around.
That's why I did a bargain.
18, 22...
Do everything a wizard can do.
3.
I'm bad at playing an instrument too.
27, 29. So even with half damage on that poison, she's still taking 29 points of damage, which does not kill her outright.
Yeah.
If she had not succeeded on that saving throw, that would have killed her outright. If that would have been a critical, that would have killed her outright.
Well,
I'm not even too worried about that because I can fix her.
we'd rather not have to.
That is not a healthy mentality.
No.
Any person with.
I can fix her. So, after the first short sword misses, she kind of glances it off with this kind of like glasswork staff that you see, guys. She carries often. The second short sword comes up under, kind of in the solar plexus, going straight up. You see her go rigid for a second as it pulls out and she hits the ground.
Yep.
He is then going to run for this window over here.
Like,
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Gone.
He is out the window.
Out. Well, there went what I was going to do.
it's on site with this guy next time.
It's on site with all of them. Except for Tempe.
I'm gonna see if there are any local skin bandits in the city I can make friends with.
Skin bandits? Fucking excuse me? Alright. Back to Kex's turn.
Okay, so Tempe is right next to me.
This is Tempe.
And they are scared right now of sticks. Correct.
No, Tempe saved.
Stigs.
Did Tempe save?
I think he's running, but he didn't get destroyed.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't save.
I'm pretty sure you didn't save either.
He has the...
He's feared.
Yeah, I couldn't find the feared one. I found the restrained one, so I put that on him instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's currently feared.
Okay.
Cool.
And does that work? He's only afraid of sticks, but sticks is so close that
He has to use all of his movement to get away from
to
it.
get away.
Did you make my ring?
How does that work with reactions then?
Did you make my ring?
What do you mean?
No.
With him feared,
The-
how is he going to try and attack on a reaction?
You don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't really excited about it.
Fuck. Okay. I know who I want to go for. Well, who I originally wanted to go for is no longer there. Okay, I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to shift around and get to the mage.
Shift around, so going through this way.
Yep.
5, 10. He is going to swing.
Cool.
Wait, let me read.
I'm actually going to check right really quick. I said you don't know because I didn't know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There's a lot of times.
Right,
where
the frightened
it's-
creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of their fear is in sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to its source of fear. And I believe, as per your ability specifically, they have to move as far away as possible.
Mhm.
So
So
that does not mean you can't. It's just
You'll
going to
just have
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Got it.
Uh, 16 will miss.
16 will miss.
All right.
Big yes. All right, getting up to the mage.
Boom, boom.
Okay, bonus action. Casting. Where is it? What's it called? Ensnaring strike.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna hit her
go for it.
with the lightning dagger. And I believe I still have my advantage from you. I haven't used it yet. I believe. I think.
I felt I had a moment of like, can I use silvery barbs right now for my turn? But I'm pretty sure I didn't.
I rolled pretty poorly on both, but still a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. Or
2 weeks.
can I call a non-lethal right now?
No.
Okay. Well, too late then.
You got the reset button.
I think
12,
I know my plan is.
16, 20, and then Snare Strikes another d6 for 29.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you adding your sneak attack to this?
Yeah.
Why?
I had advantage.
Why do you have advantage?
So
From the silver bars from before? Cool, peace.
I like to give it to him because it lets him kind of fuck off. And
It's a good synergy. Yeah. No, that's great.
29.
29 points of damage.
And they
are restrained.
They gotta make the saving throw.
Alright. DC what? And what kind of saving throw?
It is a strength.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is, DC 13.
DC 13.
I failed it. My copy failed
I
it.
remember that.
This is a straight roll for them.
Yep.
19!
They're really good at being straight.
Shut up. Alright, so they take 29 points of damage. Okay, they are still standing, but they ain't looking
They're
great.
not looking good, yeah. I didn't think they would either way. That's my turn.
Alright. 1 second. I'm gonna do something in the background here really quick.
Of course you are.
Is there still lair actions if the person who...
There was no layer actions for this place.
Okay, phrased another way. If you kill something that normally does,
Causes
has legendary resistances and stuff like that, does that mean that there's no longer lair actions? Or is a lair the thing
so
that has
layer,
lair actions?
layer thing is a different thing entirely. It depends on from my understanding, it depends on the layer. Sometimes it takes the creature to activate it themselves.
Okay.
We weren't having lair actions here because this wasn't their main.
This wasn't their layer.
We had the lair actions at the
Crab.
Boros because they had a bunch of extra people there shooting us.
Yep.
So they had that extra thing happening every turn.
Okay.
Alright, Sail.
How's Tempe looking?
Tempe's looking okay.
Alright.
I'm scared.
A bit scared.
From my general understanding of Tempe and my ability to kind of understand people, does he look like he doesn't really want to be here fighting us?
You can see that he looks terrified specifically of sticks, but besides that, this entire encounter, Tempe hasn't had a personality per se. Seems a bit feral.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will shout out to the group and to him. You know, Tempe, I was looking forward to that business. If you stop, we could discuss that still. Do we have to kill him? I kind of like him.
I don't want to kill him.
I'll poke my head out around and I will non-lethal the mind mage with Eldritch Blast.
So, right about here, where the hole isn't.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Blue and purple.
That's interesting. The tokens are old in the combat.
Yeah.
It's probably because when initiative started, it was the old
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah, didn't want to reset it all.
Thank you for making mine purple.
I try to make yours as close to bronze as possible. Yours gold-ish. And then yours is emerald.
Yep.
19 and 14 to hit.
Both will hit. They only have an AC of 12.
Made.
My condolences. I don't think I had Hex.
No.
So. Oh boy, big damage today. Combined, 7.
They are still standing.
I forget you always roll hundreds as well at the same time. It's the same time.
I got 2 10-sided dice.
I saw the double number and I went, oh shit. And I went, what do you mean 7? Oh, that was a 10. I saw 0.
Alright, you move 5 feet. You're standing kind of just on the edge of that hole.
And I'd like to come back around from the eye line of that mage.
Fair enough.
Come on, Tempe, please. Oh, wait. Fuck. And for my bonus action, because I definitely wasn't going to forget that, healing word.
Oh my god.
Why don't clerics get a
Healing word?
I'm sorry, everybody. I never moved the actual cam back over from Table Talk, so they haven't been able to see things.
There is no cantrip healing because I'd be busted.
No.
The closest you get is Spare the Dying with range.
Yeah, cantrip healing would be busted.
Did I lose
Spare the Dying with range?
before?
No, it's... Oh, I do have Spare the Dying with range.
Yeah, that should be a always prepared spell for you.
Well, I have circled mortality, spare the dying, which is 30 feet, and then I have cleric, spare the dying, which is touch.
Yep.
2,
I love your tiny.
1. I have multiple sets of tiny dice now, and I like them more than the big ones.
It's like the meme with the...
So, 4 plus 4, 8. Healing.
8.
Yeah.
She again. Fuck! I hate you guys.
She rolls over and you just hear.
Stop getting stabbed, Morgan. I'm gonna keep getting you back up.
Is this what purgatory's like?
No, I think this is more torturous than that.
Yeah.
And that's action, bonus action, a little bit of shimmying, and I'm going to save that reaction, so that's my turn.
All right.
Saffron.
Saffron indeed.
Looks cute, and that'll be the end of my turn, because I don't have her spell list in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That'll bring it to the Mind Mage themselves, who is holding their innards together currently. Trying to keep them from being outers. And they've used that. Yep, they're basically out of things they can do as far as spells go. So they're very simply going to...
Was that something I...
What?
Purple?
Was that slow or something?
That was slow, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's why Tempe had the restraint thing on him, because I couldn't find one for slow either. So he probably shouldn't have been able to make that attack anyways, because he can't take reactions.
Missed anyways, that's fine.
Thank you. I'm just going to put restraint back on him. There we go. Alright. The Mind Mage is going to disengage.
Fuck, happened. What?
Sentinel. That's what we need. We need somebody who's Sentinel.
They're going to get there. And they're going to
With more
jump
She
down to the lower floor.
She didn't use a spell to disengage, did she?
Nope, action disengage.
Okay. Just making sure. Because I know that expeditions retreat, so.
Yep, they're going to jump down to the lower floor in the hole that Alyssa has created.
Is that going to put him down? Is that going to put him down?
No, just barely not. Boom, boom. And then you just hear, do it! As they go out the front door.
Do it? Oh, God. Oh, boy. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Andrew starts rolling like 300 d10s because the whole building is rigged with explosives.
All right, that'll bring to Morgan's turn, who is going to sit up.
Didn't check the basement.
Look. Sir, is that it? We done?
Run!
No.
She's half removed to stand up. Yes. Alyssa, may I? Okay, get my cold. She's going to use the rest of her movement to hop on your shoulder.
Pretty woman on my shoulder. Perfect day.
Perfect day.
Perfect.
She's not able to see the person who went outside.
Not from where she is currently, no.
I don't even know how this one will work.
Is that one also from Phil Collins?
It's Tarzan.
That's Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the whoever did the voice for Turk did that song.
Okay.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Maybe. I don't know. Was it? The traps. You mean Q from the Practical Jokers?
All right. You see, she's going to hold her action. And she goes, if you want to go faster, let me know. I got one more of those in the tank.
Trash in the Camp was written by Phil Collins.
Okay.
He might have done
So-
the instrumentals.
You might have just done the entire soundtrack for that movie.
I think he did.
All right, and that is going to bring us to our another background player.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing me do it
I
is
love.
going to do it.
I love. No.
No.
Okay, then I was wrong.
Do it.
Reverse terrorism. Let's go.
All right. So. Oh wait, I have a dice roll. Perfect. You can do it this way instead.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I get everybody killed.
TB.
You haven't even been hit. You're good.
I'll silvery barbs him then.
You're also good.
If I live,
I'm not.
to be honest, if all of you die and I live, this is actually best case scenario for people dying.
I'm already dead.
Oh my, oh no.
I can stabilize your bodies and I can revive you.
To quote
the
the opening line, Zabwe da dooby doo, za adi doo da, zweebop, zweebop.
I'm a scat man.
It's not personally my thing.
brain cells.
Welcome to my life.
It's impressive you can keep losing.
Hog reverse terrorism.
Was that our chat, or did you say
Yeah.
that of your own volition?
I'm hurt. Did you think that I would say that of my own volition?
Huh?
We're gonna die.
He's about to say damage, I think, so.
No.
No? Oh.
No, this is a very different thing. Alyssa, what's your AC currently?
22.
22. All right, so that is going to be
There's a giant cat-sized trapdoor right below.
No!
miss. Nope, hit.
Oh no. Hit. Killing everybody below.
An attachment for an impact.
Miss. All right, so out of 10 attacks that you feel smash into your ankles, there is an assortment of knives that start to try and stab into you. Though, with your armor, you look down and you see all of the mindless workers down below have somehow been turned on as sleeper agents and have started trying to stab your ankles. Only 2 of them have managed to get through your armor, though.
Start stomping. Fuck off, you stumpy gnomes!
So, you take a total of 5 points of piercing damage.
Total?
Total. From the 2 attacks.
You should take Heavy Armor Master. It'd be really funny.
What would they say?
Maybe? What does that do?
20...
Heavy Armor Master just reduces every instance of damage you take by 3.
Well, that nullifies my temporary HP, so.
Yep. And that's it. All right, Sticks.
About that.
Okay.
We have 10 HP.
I have temp HP.
Oh, you have 10 HP.
Yeah.
From me moving everybody earlier when you were in
Oh.
the room.
More
Oh, from before.
I make my own temp
She has
HP.
her own.
Oh, nice.
I can do it 4 times, so I get 20 extra health, basically.
I can also make people snacks for temp HP, but I forgot to do that.
Okay. Can I have...
So Werther's a renewal.
Can I have Tempe make a Con 15 saving throw?
He's fucking dead.
Fail.
He's blind.
Oh, this poor guy. He's
frightened, blind,
and slowed.
and slow.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and that is just action. Do I have any bonus action?
I don't think he will be...
You have your spiritual weapon behind you.
This is true.
That's what that little mask is.
Let me just... Healing word is...
I like how Tempe's happy.
How's everybody looking?
I'm fucked.
Okay, then I will do healing word first level on Kexx.
Yeah, look at it. It says
Other
happy
than
vampire
Morgan, I'm the
spawn,
only
and we
one
took
that's
that personally,
stopped
so now he's frightened, terrified, and blind.
You get 8 health.
Yay!
And slow.
and slow.
We like health.
Is there a
Yeah.
between frightened and terrified? No.
I think
And that'll be my... Ooh.
There is no such thing as terrified.
What the fuck is Tempe gonna do?
So is he by a door or by a wall?
He's by a wall.
I want to move up and to the left next to him. And I just want to tell Alyssa, and I just want to tell everybody, don't let him leave.
Okay. All right, that'll bring it to Tempe's turn, who can't see you, so doesn't know where to run. I don't know how that works when you can't move closer to your feared target. So I'm very simply going to...
You will shout Alaku.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to roll a d6 and re-roll on a 6 about which direction he's going to try and run.
On the 6, he bumps into the wall and falls down like a silly boy.
He touches sticks and incinerates.
All right. 5, 10. He falls. Oh, what a ballo. Oh, and thank you for the red.
Hey!
So he runs into the hole, falls down.
Yeah.
He's going to take 4 points of damage, which is only going to be 2 points of damage for him. Smash into the ground, and then I'm going to roll a d8 to figure out where he goes from there. All right. You guys can no longer see him. Woof. So, for those of you that just joined in, we're in the middle of a D&D combat. They have managed to frighten, blind, and slow. Oh, slow. No, he didn't even get to move.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way he would have still had
boom,
movement.
right there.
He's right next to Alyssa's foot.
Correct.
So.
They have managed to scare, slow, and blind a vampire flatwood that you used to be friends with. Oh my god!
Whoa.
What?
Holy shit, Sam!
Shit,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
What?
20 gifted subs.
Whoa.
Wow! Woo.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Twice. Yeah.
Different Sam.
Not me. Not me.
No, thanks, Sam.
No, stop.
Sam, thank you.
You're done.
Holy
You're
shit.
done.
Which is really
Wow.
good for money laundering, isn't it?
Holy
For tax
crap.
reasons, that's a joke.
Sam, are you okay? You don't need to blow all of your Christmas money.
You're done.
You can't just pick which one you want.
I can, and I will.
Holy crap! Thank you.
You hear quietly from the bottom of Alyssa's foot, "Step on me."
We'll see the little halfling man. He's on the ground. I don't know what to do.
You need to not.
All right, that'll bring it back to Kex's turn.
Okay, this is fucky. I heard them do it.
Mhm.
And did I hear a bunch of
Clink.
clanging?
100%.
Okay. I am going to bonus action stealth.
God.
What?
You
Dude.
just gifted another 10, by the way.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks. Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm glad you guys all had a great Christmas.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I feel like we need to have an NPC named Asterios now.
So
Actually,
I'm
that's a
going
pretty badass
to
name.
bonus action hide.
Okay.
You just got gifted a Venezuelan house.
22.
22. Okay. I think that beats everybody except for Sail and Styx's passive perception.
I want to move up to the wall or basically go back to where I was before I moved from Tempe. There you go. Just move up on the map.
Zoom out a little bit now. I don't need to hide anything anymore.
I am going to start to move down that hallway.
You never need to hide from me, baby.
So you have spider climb, so I'm assuming you're just running on the wall to avoid the hole.
Yep.
All right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there.
Mhm.
Wait.
30.
Yep.
He's running on the wall.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where I am on this turn order.
Where are you on this turn order?
You're not.
Where did it go?
Yeah, you haven't gotten to have a turn yet, have
That's weird. Want to roll me initiative really quick.
you?
And then after
What
this,
are you
we'll do
doing?
another turn.
Dude.
What the fuck?
What did you do this time?
He's at a total of 50?
Why are you?
Dude, Sam, are you having Chelsea?
We don't even have this many followers!
Holy shit.
You have officially gifted subs to a quarter of our followers.
Legitimately, yeah.
Yeah, just let me. Okay, it's a +3 to initiative. I rolled a 19, so that's 22.
It's Christmas. That's a lie. That was 5
and I
days
have
ago.
+3 dex, so I'd probably
5
go
days ago.
after Kexx.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna give you. You're gonna have 2 turns after this. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. I should have another layer.
Wait.
That was
I can
30.
fix this.
Do you have 35?
I do have 35.
That is so unfortunate. Sam, don't. Sam,
Am I hearing? Do I hear anything in my head?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. I'm gonna action dash and move up towards the window, but I'm going like slowly and keeping it, and I'm listening for thoughts.
Wait,
that
it didn't get username again?
I'm listening for thoughts that I have not heard yet.
The entire way up, you do not hear anything.
Do not hear anything. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna look out the window. Do I see anybody outside?
You do not.
I missed it. How do I
So
sub
that was probably all my movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna sit there.
There we go.
Okay.
Nothing else I can do.
Cool. Alyssa, I'm sorry for the record. I don't know how it got dropped out of the initiative order from this time last
I
week.
don't know either. But, so what I'd like.
Oh, I do know. It's because I was using the MTC token before, and when I got your character art, I made you an actual sheet.
Cool.
That's what happened.
So what I'm gonna do is so how many people are up?
How many people are up?
Yes. Like that
What do you mean by
are
up?
upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
You got it. That you
Just
can
this.
see. You can see 1, 2, 3, and Morgan, who's on your shoulder.
What's your
Okay.
password?
And
What's
the
your
miserable
password?
assassin is where?
They fucked up. They jumped through the window that
Yeah,
Kexx
they're
is
gone.
looking out.
Okay,
They're gone. Also, you actually can't see Kexx because he's that hidden.
cool. And then the one that like was the spellcaster and like ran downstairs, almost died. Are they like where are they?
They ran outside.
You cannot see them from where you're at currently.
They also ran outside.
Question for you: if there were to be a new window in this wall, would I be able to?
Would you be able to see them? There's only one way to find out.
Okay. Second question. So Morgan's on my back.
She is currently like sitting on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Holding haste.
Holding haste.
Did Morgan enlarge?
No.
I would like to go outside. How can I do that, seeing as I'm a gigantic creature and currently occupying 2 floors?
You'd have to go through the house. There's no way to actually go extricate yourself from here anymore.
Okay. I would like to disengage and then make my exit.
You're going to try and go through the wall.
Yes.
Okay. Can you make me a raw strength check?
Sure. Yep. Okay. Fuck, I need to add stuff.
Please don't collapse the building on us.
I did not specify to whom my advantage went when last I gave somebody disadvantage. I will now give that to Kexx.
The one furthest away from this travesty.
So that'll be a 22 strength check.
Well, goodbye, every single person in the building.
Okay, so for the record, walls have an AC of 20.
Okay.
22 exceeds this. And with your size, even more so. You guys see Alyssa move through the floor and, like a kaiju, just push the wall down. This sandstone wall that this entire thing is made out of. Sail, could you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
I already did it. 10.
10. All right, you go with it.
Yep.
On top of, a lot of this floor is going to just go.
Yep.
And a lot of this is just going to go. Meaning, yeah, it's going to be right about... Never had it.
So much for finding evidence
There's always rubble.
of my home.
All right. So, that purple section, that purple square I just drew, that entire area is going to go. And everybody underneath it is also going to go. So, we are going to have a whole floor fall down as Alyssa makes her exit, as well as a wall.
Isn't that where all the mind wash comedy?
Yeah, that's gonna land on everybody.
So, I'm going to roll 10 instances of dexterity saving throws to see if they can reduce this damage. But I will say they all only have 10 HP. They're all dead. Alright. Fail, fail. Success, success. Fail, fail, fail. Critical fail, fail, critical fail. 2 successes. And... yeah. So... now is the point in time as a DM where I need to ask, how much damage does a floor falling down do?
Enough to kill commoners.
I would say, with the added weight and everything of it, there's already a section missing from it, so I'm going to go ahead and say that the rubble falling down is going to deal 3d6 damage. Those that succeeded are going to take half damage. So,
Goodbye, all the people that raised me.
it's exactly 10 damage.
So they're dead.
So 8 of 8. No, they're dead.
They have 5 HP?
They have 10 HP. They're all... they're not PCs like you guys that have death saving throws. Yeah, they're dead. So, as you walk through... oh, one more. He fails. You go through this wall, this entire floor falls down, crashing down. You hear the screams of people as rubble makes impact with them. But you do see, as this kind of window area that you made your way to closely, also falls down directly on the mind mage that you were looking for, as he just splatters on the ground. He does die. Sail, you got a 10?
Yep.
On your dexterity saving throw? Alright, you're going to take 10 points of damage.
Yep.
And an additional 2, so a total of 12, as you fall from the top floor and crash down with it.
Did Tempe make his save?
Thank you.
He's prone as well, isn't he?
He's prone, slowed,
Frightened and
Give him
blind.
disadvantage.
I did give him disadvantage.
He's also blind. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There is no moving out of the way.
He does save, oddly enough.
It's more so, does anything land on him?
A perfect Tempe-shaped cutout.
And he's going to take 10 damage. Or 5 damage, because he succeeded somehow. D&D be fucky.
He used a legendary save.
Oh no.
Alright, that's your first action. What would you like to do with your second action?
So I'm going to look at Morgan, and I'm going to be like, shit. Should I help them, or should I get us out of here?
Yes, help them. What do you do?
Okay, then I'm going to start going through with the rubble and trying to collect people and put them aside for whatever can be done.
Okay.
I can make an amalgamation with Muzumaki or something. Cursed technique or Muzumaki.
Only sticks with an necromancer. He just got a lot of fuel.
For the record, I just rolled a percentage chance for the 2 key NPCs to see if they were the ones that got the good rolls. And you're going to find out later, they did.
Okay, so the 2 people I did know that have known me since I was a kid are still alive. It's good.
All right. Go and give me an athletics check as you start to clear rubble.
Okay, I don't care about the rest
This is
of
going to be This will be add advantage and add 2d4 as well, because you're huge.
Huge.
So
Huge.
athletics. So that's okay. So add advantage. That's a nat 20 after cocking it twice. So nat 20 plus 4 plus 2d4. You said
I shouldn't have gave that
4
or that
1.
crit.
So 29.
29. Cool. Kexx, from down the hallway, you look over your shoulder and you see a section of the sandstone house that you grew up in has fallen over. There's screams and stuff, and you see Alyssa just go like, "Oh, should I do something about this?" And Morgan just go, "Yes," as chunks of sandstone are now tossed behind your shoulder. You can see into the Dead Ridge Chasm for where you are now because of how this actually sits.
Yeah, part of the Azet Guild just got cold clocked by falling rubble.
There will be time to cry later.
All right.
Kexx doesn't.
Those are your turns. You already had yours.
Excuse you?
He's too edgy to have feelings.
All right, that'll bring us to Sail. You are on the ground floor, also covered in rubble, though you do see one large Alyssa paw comes down and yanks a chunk of sandstone from you.
I like to imagine she like
both of her turns.
Yes, that was both of her turns.
she grabs it, but as she's grabbing it, she pushes it down slightly and then throws it. I'll look around for nearby not dead people.
You do see Blake, the halfling woman that you guys talked to, or you saw Kexx talk to initially, has somehow managed to clear the majority of this damage. She is jumping up and down with a broken foot and going, "What the fuck is going on?" As well as a tiefling man that is starting to uncover rubble. It looks as though he has broken an arm. And his one arm is kind of just limply flailing.
But both of them are now functioning.
They seem completely coherent now.
Okay. Everyone else is dead. I can't even healing word.
Yeah, they're dead.
Alright.
They are splats.
They're very dead.
Where's Tempe?
Tempe is only about 10 feet away from you. He has also managed to not get covered in rubble as he kind of stands up feral. You see, he looks outside and realizes he can't go that way.
Yep.
And is trying to figure out how to exit.
Oh, yep. It's daylight.
Yep, daytime.
Yeah.
And the one that dove down through the hole earlier.
You look outside this now, like, where the door used to be. That part of that wall has fallen out. And you can see that he is just paced on the ground.
Okay, he's the one that got hit by the wall. Okay. And I'm assuming I can't see the miserable assassin or anybody else that associated mind mage.
They've had quite a bit of time to get away.
Yeah.
Mind Mage is dead.
The mind mage is dead, though.
That's the one that got pushed.
That's the one that got pasted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. And how's Tempe looking?
Tempe is looking decent, all things
I
considered.
haven't really done much to him. Just scared the fuck out of him.
I'll look at Saffron and I'll say, we need him to kind of stick around if possible.
You should make him deaf.
Yeah, the blind, slow, sad boy right there.
I did change his name in the chat to make him not happy. Vampire spawn.
I saw that. I didn't say anything, but I saw that. And I was like, huh.
I saw the shitting grin on your face.
I also
and it
saw
looked
the
for a while.
removal of an initiative order.
Oh, I just realized that you can't see the initiative order on stream.
That's good.
Is it?
It's not a bad thing.
You don't need to.
I don't need to say it.
Yeah, okay.
Where is it on screen?
It's
For a
not.
second, I thought
It's not
you
there
were
at all.
the train.
No, I mean, like,
I do want to know why. Just why?
Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose because it kept getting in the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Alright. And having asked Saffron to do something with my bonus action, namely Entangle, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot Tempe.
All right.
I'm gonna make him prone again.
Tangle.
Doesn't he have like -2 to AC and shit?
He does right now, yeah. And he has disadvantage on saving throws and everything currently.
Somebody grapple him.
Oh, dude. Poor guy. Oh, man. He rolled a 2 for that save. So you see, and she goes, okay.
Deserved.
See, the mycelium starts to out from the ground and start to wrap around his ankles, and you just hear,
Don't worry, Tempe, we're going to beat you back to wellness. And I rolled a 13 and a 15 for my Eldritch Blasts.
I think those will... Are you rolling at advantage?
I did not.
Okay.
15.
15 will hit.
Okay.
The 13 will not.
I rolled a 4 and a 6. Alright, that's 2 15s.
Both will hit.
Yeah.
Just.
On the dice.
Oh, on the dice.
Yeah.
And
10 force damage.
that's better.
Yeah.
Getting there.
It was almost a 1 and a 3.
These 2 bolts go out, and you see chunks of his body are starting to go missing. He cannot move. He is slow. All that. Holy shit, Lizzie.
Are you matching the donuts that we got from this guy right
Yes.
here?
Matching. All right, other Sam, you go next.
No.
This is really good for money laundering.
Oh my god.
We're just washing it. It's fine.
It's got to get clean.
All right, so you see chunks of Tempe's flesh go flying off of him as he continues to just snarl and cry.
Don't worry, Tempe. We're going to try to bring you back normal so
And
you
he's-
can run that fight ring.
And he's now restrained as well.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, so he's fucked. Like,
He can't go anywhere.
yeah, he's blind, deaf, and dumb, and then some.
He's on here. He's restrained twice, technically.
Restrained, slowed, blind, and frightened.
All right, let's
Anybody got another debuff?
see. Yes.
Bane.
I grapple.
I do.
I can just do blindness
Sorry,
and deafness again, but do deafness.
He's already restrained now. I think he's a moot point at this point.
Should I silence him so we don't have to listen to him cry while we kick him?
At this point, I think Spirit Guardians is just
Oh,
what's needed
man.
to take care of this.
No!
Right, so that's gonna be.
No.
I'm also assuming you're gonna use half your movement to stand up.
I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
That was my action.
Okay.
I really need to fucking save my spell slots, but I'm in the 2nd level. Healing Word. Who out of us is looking worse?
Well, you don't see...
I'm
You can
looking
only see
great.
Alyssa currently.
Yeah, it's... Well, Morgan.
I'm going to save Morgan's toes.
I'll say yeah.
Alright, I'll heal Morgan. And Morgan, please don't die on us.
She's a little shell shocked at the moment. I will try my best.
She just witnessed manslaughter.
I'm sorry today's been hard.
The vigilante clauses are going to be coming in clutch.
Well, when somebody stabs my feet and I can't see them,
Not my toes.
It's okay, I'm just going to be suing Alyssa after all this is over.
9.
Night.
And now that my turn is over, I've needed to go to the bathroom since Morgan's last turn.
All right. Well, seeing as that has happened now, let's see. What you got?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get out of here? They can. All right. What is your passive perception?
13.
13.
I am standing right on the window, though.
I'm aware. Okay. So, for the sake of the rest of this, because Tempe is beyond fucked, in this hidden character is going to be exiting without anybody up top being able to really see them do it. I'm going to go ahead and close the combat here.
For the record, before we get into role-playing, Sam is not mad at you. Kexx is going to be mad at you.
This is a good thing to
I'm
preface.
just telling you that before we get into this. Kexx is going to be very spiteful towards you right now.
I'm going to start yelling.
I'm letting you know beforehand. Sam loves what you did. Kexx fucking hates you right now.
Weed
All
mama.
right, so as you guys, I'm ending combat here, and you guys all take a beat to see, like, all right, are there any more threats? Is there anything else happening? You realize everything's gone quiet. Maybe not the way you had planned, maybe not the way you wanted to, but it seems as though the current threat has come to an end.
I'm going to start just going and treating the wounds of those that are alive, and taking stock of those dead.
I am going to start going through rooms and looking for evidence, and staying stealth. Kexx kind of needs a quiet moment to himself, but he's going to do this discreetly for a little bit before he returns to everybody. He just is a little...
Fair enough. Alyssa?
I'm going to use the last little bit of like my enormous size to like take large chunks and try to like move them to the side and like clear the rubble, and like make sure that like Morgan's okay and alive, and then just make sure that like whatever I can do that I do.
Okay. So, you see, as you kind of move off and start to move these things aside, I'm assuming you're going to put Morgan down on the ground outside.
Yeah. I needed to get Morgan out of there, I felt.
Mm-hmm. So you place Morgan down, and you see that she's just a little bit shocked as she's looking inside. She very quickly, you watch an owl apparate on her shoulder as she then starts to pull out paper. She's writing notes after note after note after note, and she starts to put them onto a kind of a cylinder band on the owl's ankle, and he goes off. You see that she starts to cast spells. She's murmuring to herself as she's doing it. You can tell that she's starting to notify people of what had happened here. As you start to move the rubble off to the side, you are, unfortunately, picking through some dead bodies as you do it. I'm not going to have you roll for it because this is no longer in combat, and you have this size, I think, for another equivalent of 9 minutes. So that's like 90 combat rounds. So, you do manage to get this all off to the side. Sticks. As you are kind of down on the ground floor now, I'm assuming you kind of flutter down on your own wings, and you see the majority of these people have died. They all seem to have been crushed due to the rubble that all fell down. And as you are starting to look at the two that have survived, Blake and... I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head.
I have it in my notes. I will pull it up for you.
Thank
worry
you.
About it at the moment.
You see Blake, the halfling woman that Kexx had talked to earlier, in this very, very posh red tiefling chef. The two of them are kind of shell-shocked in the corner. You see Blake is already trying to set the red tiefling man's arm, but you can tell right before she's about to do it, she does not know what she's doing.
Okay. I'm gonna step in and
Trenton.
last
No, not
two
Trenton.
first level spells.
Volmal.
Volmal. Thank you.
So one of them has a broken arm, one of them has what?
A broken foot.
Okay. So 7 and broken arm gets 8 health, and broken foot gets 7.
All right, so you kind of step forward and kind of move Blake's hand off. You set the bone at the same time you were casting Cure Wounds. You do know that if you don't do that, yes, you will technically heal them, but the bone will never be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And very quickly, you do the same
Do
thing.
you want me to make a medicine check or anything?
No, this is something you know.
Okay.
Just your time with the Selesnya, your time as a mortician, things like that. You know that if you do need to do the basic medical practice before you cast the magic, or else it will never set correctly. So those two are healed, and See Blake, who is just about your size, throws her arms around you and gives you a large hug. Thank you. Can you do anything?
Are they pointing at
The rubble.
Maybe spare the dying on a couple of them.
I mean, I can.
Any of the most intact looking corpses.
So, Spare the Dying is a cantrip. I can try to just, if for nothing else, as kind of like a funeral ceremony, kind of Spare the Dying. Like, just go through, try my best, see if any of the magic connects.
Out of respect, basically.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who's not just a splat mark.
Right.
So as you step forward, this is one of those rare times that you are able to kind of manipulate how spells work. You feel Kalimbor's presence with you at this moment in time. And instead of having to do it one by one as you're going across, Kalimbor allows you to take a little bit of extra time with this ritual and just do a blanket Spare the Dying.
Okay.
While this magic does land on all of them, it does not bring them to 0 hit points and unconscious mechanically. They all are dead. But you know that Kalimbor's touch is on all of them, and they cannot be brought to undeath for some time.
Okay. Well, after I do that, I'll, go up and I'll apologize to the woman and the bartender, or whoever it was. Right? Bartender?
The cook.
The cook.
Blake's the bartender. Thumble is the cook.
Okay, so I'll apologize to both of them, and then he's right.
Rockin' afro.
He's right behind me, isn't he? And then do I have any?
We have mass NPC healing word. Bring them all back.
Everybody is dead but the two.
And okay.
Morgan's writing off a bunch of letters, sending messages out about what happened. Healed the 2 that had broken limbs. Tried to do a mass Spare the Dying. Nothing took. And Alyssa cleared all the rubble. We haven't gotten to me yet.
Where's Tempe?
Tempe is still currently wrapped up in some mycelium.
Yeah, we're getting to him.
You can see that he's starting to get actively concerned as the day goes on. You guys got here kind of like in the early afternoon, but you can see, just due to the light patterns, that if you leave him here any longer, he will catch fire.
I have 1 spell slot left. So let me try.
Do illusions cast shadows?
Have Sayil roll me an Arcana check.
Well, while you're thinking about that, this might just play into it. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use Dispel Magic on Tempe. Wouldn't
What are you focusing? So you can dispel one thing.
Okay, so
It's not all magical effects.
The charm upon his mind.
Yeah, I want to focus it not on anything that we've inflicted on him, but to see if there's anything controlling him or charming him, or if he himself is something like what Kexx described, like the shifter or whatever.
Okay, so as you go to cast Dispel Magic, the types of effects that you are looking for cannot be dispelled. If you'd like, you can go ahead and roll me a religion check to see why those cannot be dispelled. I will not take that resource away from you, though. I will just say that you can keep it for now.
He's,
12.
Yeah, 6?
15.
There's not
15,
much we can
okay.
do for him.
You know that illusions, it really depends on those that cast it. If you are smart enough to factor in a shadow while you're casting it, you can make one.
With that check, would I know if me making an illusion with a shadow would protect Tempe enough from the sun to keep him from catching him?
No, it would not.
Okay. That was
It
the...
needs to get moved.
Yeah.
But-
I would use move Earth now.
I encase him. You guys have a little bit of time. This is not like a right now thing.
If we take an hour and we don't move him,
Right. You might just hear "Ah!" as he turns to ash. All right. And with that, Kexx,
Mhm.
you are upstairs looking around.
yep, I'm gonna go kind of room by room, but the priority is the rooms that I knew people were in.
All right. Go and give me an investigation check.
Blanket for all of them.
There's something I could be doing during this time. It would be scanning through the openings and windows for anybody watching us.
Might not be a better time ever than this. 30.
30.
Natural 20.
Beautiful.
Add your psychic dice thing.
I don't think at this point I could. Well, I can only do that if I haven't passed the check.
You haven't passed it yet.
Andrew, would adding a D8 to this do anything?
Only one way to find out.
Fuck it, let's do it.
So,
33.
I was really hoping for 31.
I was really hoping for 38.
Yeah.
To get that close to 40 would be insane.
Yeah.
Oh, man. As you were looking around, I'm not going to tell you this information in chronological order.
Sure.
Because I like the narrative impact of you getting the cool stuff later.
Okay.
So, starting at your mother's room, as we're looking around, you do see with your 33 that there was, besides your scuffle that you guys had in here,
Another one.
whatever took your mom took her quick. Because there's nothing.
Oh.
There is no scuffle.
Yep.
Meaning she was either taken in her sleep, she was kept asleep, something.
Okay.
But also, as you were looking around, again, precluding your guys' scuffle in there doesn't seem to be any source of damage. You don't see any blood. You don't see. It doesn't look like she was injured directly at any point in time.
Got it. They want her intact.
So, as far as you can tell, currently she's most likely intact.
Okay.
Depending on how quickly your friend gets back, who knows? The next room over, you see, was a little overturned, but largely it just looks like there were a group of people that were staying inside there, kind of in preparation for something like this. And a lot of the other rooms seem to be like that, until you get to the first room you would have checked from where you are right now, which is directly to Kexx's left. You see that there would be 11 voodoo dolls.
Oh, okay.
Witchcraft.
You see each one of them seems to have a silver pin that has been placed into it and a little bit of blood that is on that pin. But there's one specifically that has been molded a little bit differently. The rest of these voodoo dolls all seem to be made out of, best I can say is like a light clay. They're still soft and malleable. You can see there's some etchings and stuff in it. One of them, though, is much darker than the rest. It seems as though it has a higher iron content.
Okay.
You believe that this is probably, instead of having just a little bit of blood left in it,
A lot.
it has a lot of blood in it.
Okay.
You can also tell with your 33 investigation that the runes and things carved into this one are different.
Okay.
It does not operate the same way.
Okay.
As well as that, you do see the voodoo dolls themselves were kind of set up in a ritualistic circle.
Yeah.
With your 33, that does not tell you what the circle was for. That would be more of an Arcana check, which you can probably ask Morgan to go help you out with, or some of your other friends.
Yep.
But you can tell them that you probably don't want to disturb it, or you may mess up what information you could get from it.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it right now.
That special voodoo doll is separate from these other 10.
Is there anything about it other than the fact that it's darker that reminds me of anybody in particular?
With 33. No. Some of these other ones, it's more what it's missing that the other ones do have. Some of these other dolls seem to have like pieces of like hair Little bits of clothing.
This one's just blood.
It is just blood.
Does it have a Swedish accent?
And it's removed from the circle.
Correct. It seems to be its own thing.
But I still probably get the sense I shouldn't touch it, too? Or is it all of them?
You know, the circle is separate from this one thing. Even with a 33, though, you probably shouldn't touch it until somebody is a bit more arcanely inclined takes a look.
Okay.
Some magical chutzpah.
Anything else?
That's it?
Okay.
Does anybody have her
I'll be talking to Morgan, don't worry, but Melissa might get brought in on it as well. Okay. Okay. I'll make my way down to the bottom floor, unstealth.
Alright. The stairs are currently gone, for the record.
I can walk down the wall.
Yeah.
But I'm walking over to Blake and Omel.
Alright. They still don't recognize you.
They don't recognize me at all.
No.
I have my mask in my hood pulled down.
It's been years.
Yeah. Okay. I do look pretty similar.
Also, you might want to...
When was the last time you saw his reflection?
Probably not too long ago.
Yeah, I can still see it.
You might want to recheck the backstory you sent me.
Alright. What am I forgetting that I wrote myself?
We're gonna go on an early break. No.
You can change this now if you'd like to. But, according to the story that you sent me, they were not around here the same time you were.
I think that is not what my intention was. Because remember, I did approach them and try to tell them that it was me. And they went, oh, what?
Mm-hmm. That's why they went, oh, what?
Okay.
They don't know.
No, I don't. That might have been something I intentionally tried to rewrite and didn't. Because I think I made the, let me look at the... Yeah, so Blake was not around, Thulmal was.
Okay.
Yeah, written in here, so yeah.
That was,
yeah,
Blake
so
didn't
Blake,
recognize you.
but Thulmal was around before Trenton disappeared.
Cool.
So I walk up to them.
Alright. Blake, again, still very confused, but Thulmal, as you remove your mask, take down your hood, you see him take a full step back.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Kind of.
Mostly dead.
We know!
What? There was a man that came in, and he spoke some sweet words into our ears, and I don't remember anything after that, except for my arm getting crushed and that giant feline friend taking a wall down.
I think she means well, but I think we might need to talk about a little more finesse with her operations.
Finesse.
Yeah. Is that all you remember? Can you describe the gentleman that came in?
Tall, around 6'4", slender, drow man.
So the guy that I talked to. I'm asking you.
Yes, most likely. He had a small retinue with him. He came in very early in the morning before the sun was up, when we were getting all of our food and everything prepared for the day.
Do you know where my mother is?
I have no idea.
Was she here when he came here?
Yes.
And then he spoke to you, and you don't remember anything after that?
No.
I kind of pat him on the shoulder. I'm like, we'll catch up later. But
catch up? The bodies need to be buried? What do you mean catch up? You're back from the dead, but I've lost 8 of my friends.
I know. I'm afraid that if we don't do more, we're going to lose more.
You see, he looks away from you, over to Styx, and goes, "Thank you." As he moves past and starts to collect the dead.
Yeah. I'm going to go talk to Morgan. Wait for her to kind of give me that opening to speak to her, because I can see that she is rather busy.
Rather busy is an understatement, as you see that there are some Orzhov and Golgari officials that have come up from either end of the Dead Bridge Chasm, and she is showing her Zori signet, and she's telling them all, back off, this is a crime scene, all those types of things, and unfortunately with the way that this area is set up, this is a main thoroughfare to get down to the Golgari quarter.
There's a lot of foot traffic.
There's a ton of foot traffic. So, Sail, even while you are looking around, trying to keep tabs on things, you do notice that there's a lot of people coming through, and you guys are probably going to need some assistance quickly to keep this place contained.
Yeah. I wanted to do a loop, and then I wanted to talk to Tempe, but if I feel like I have to start doing crowd control, then I will go out and do that instead of...
Nobody move.
I start just flashing multiple different colors while shooting off laser beams into the sky. Like, I have a real gun too!
Shoot that one with my teeth!
Call me Rowan Zoro.
Alright. We'll wrap up here, then we'll grab you with Tempe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Alright. So you see, Morgan is a little preoccupied. You're not sure that there's going to be an opening unless you make one.
I'm going to make one then.
Okay.
I'm just going to kind of like approach her forward so that she notices me, loop around to her side, and then whisper in her ear.
She gives you a hug.
Okay. Oh. I don't. I kind of like...
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Straight arm.
She gives you a hug and she just goes, "I'm so sorry."
There's something you need to come look at. Urgently. I found something.
Okay.
That would explain something, at least. And it needs to not be disturbed before you take a look at it.
Okay. You see she's going to start looking over her shoulder, and she's going to see Alyssa and Sayu.
Need me running interference?
Yes, please. You see her clap her hands together, and there's a rip in space and time as a beholderkin pops its head through.
Casual-like? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And she, you see her starting to speak in,
Listen?
basically.
Have
It's
I
not
ever
visible.
seen this from her?
No.
So this is
This is
even...
brand new.
So even... you all see even me take a step back and go...
It was just the...
Hmm.
The two of them have a
Like,
brief
oh, this is
conversation.
happening now,
Yeah. And she goes, "Alright, if the crowds become unruly, they will take care of it."
Okay. Is there a badge I could borrow or something to help lend myself some legitimacy?
You have minor illusion.
That doesn't always cut it.
Not always.
You see, she kind of looks around and goes, "For those of you that are concerned, I am Morgan Lament, Minister of Impediments with the Azorius. This is a crime scene. Those of you that wish to cross these lines are going to have to go through the Broken Wings. I recommend you don't." She just recently took an entire wall down.
As she's saying that, like, I am trying to go find, like, the structural, like, what would you call them? Pillars?
Like the supports.
Yeah,
You're
the
gonna go
supports.
cast- you're gonna go cast mending?
I've been just, ever since, like, I cleared the rubble, I'm just casting mending. And, like, I'm not saying anything to anybody, like, I'm just trying to repair what I broke.
He goes, actually, I'm going to have her roll an intimidation check at advantage because this is literally part of her whole work.
She was a beholder.
She does have a beholder as well.
I think that gives her a plus.
16 plus 9.
Hey, baby.
25. You see, everybody doesn't clear up, but they do. You see them all look down and demark the line they are not crossing.
Very good. All right. Yeah, noticing Alyssa, I will try to steer people away from her crowd control, and I will probably also try to have detect thoughts up.
Alright, Detect Thoughts only has a 10-foot radius for the record.
Yes.
So, if you're kind of pacing back and forth between Beholderkin and Alyssa,
Yeah.
you will get little bits on either end.
I'm almost using it as scanning for invisible people.
Right.
And anybody who's looking for more information than they should be.
Cool. Just for sake of time and expediency, I wasn't going to make a roll.
I have one ready for next one. I do that, like...
Do you pick anything up from Tempe?
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, does he have thoughts?
They are feral.
Okay.
They're base.
Okay.
They are like, I need to get out, I need to leave, I need to go, I need to go.
You
The
need to
right
switch back
thing's
to
going
the
to burn me,
dungeons
the right thing's going to burn me, I need to go, I need to go.
I think we have plenty of that today.
The father is going to hurt me, the father is going to hurt me.
I'll try taking out, like, a travel blanket and covering his legs for where the sun is going to hit them soon. Like, instead of moving him to see what his thoughts change.
He hisses.
Yeah. Leaving the blanket there, does he kick it away, or...
He can't.
Okay.
Alright. But as you are kind of scanning the crowd as well, you do pick up a few interesting thoughts. There are some people interspersed here that are like news.
Yep.
You know, there are some papers and stuff that some people are picking up on. You do hear like one Cruel, which is a insectoid person, think in their head they should go report to Mother Morose.
Is that one of the hag hierarchy?
Yes. And just to let them know what is going on.
In a kind of performatory manner, just like so that everybody is aware. I'll look at that Cruel specifically and tell Mother Morose that I said hello when you do.
There is no sense of like surprise because they all speak telepathically, so they're intended to kind of.
Yep. That was less for their benefit and more for the benefit of all the newscasters that are now noticing me talk with telepathic book people.
Yeah. All right. Kexx. You see that there's a moment where Morgan's not sure how she's going to get up there.
I'll help piggyback.
Don't tell anybody this.
I will not. There's a lot about today we're not going to be telling people.
Do you? She kind of grabs on your back as you Spider-Man climb up across the wall. For a moment, you have to go across the ceiling, actually, because of where the actual damage and everything
I'll
is.
take my time with it, so that way she has a comfortable ride.
You do make it to the second floor, though.
Yeah. Okay. And then I will open the door and show her the little voodoo circle.
Okay.
Tell her this is what I found. I imagine that most of the regular dolls are all the patrons that were below, maybe a couple extra, but and I'll point to the very dark one. Like this one, there's something about this one in particular.
Okay. So that was for a lot of them, and that was going to be...
So is there any way I can help her with this, with my information I've given her and stuff?
I would say pointing out the things that you've already noticed, like you just even said it.
Yeah.
The other doll is set off to the side.
Yeah.
It's obviously not part of whatever ritual this was.
Yeah.
Things like that. That does give her a bit of help. Okay. She does a little bit better. You see as she starts to look into it. She stares at the patrons ones, the ones that you are assuming are the patrons, and she kind of nods to you and goes, "You are correct." As she starts to... this magical circle kind of has them all in their own separate circles that have lines into a center one with a room. You see she wipes away the room.
Okay.
And after that, she then moves the voodoo dolls.
Got it. Okay.
She goes, "Very good, I'm not touching anything. Thank you." you were correct. This was a form of... it is a ritual that allows you to cast spells on a mass of people at a time if you're not normally able to. Okay. Things like suggestion or compulsion that normally only select one person. If you have the proper ingredients, as it were, you take your time and make these dolls and set up the circle properly, you can cast on all of them at the same time. Okay. Though you can only give them all one command at the same time.
Yeah, which was probably the attack command.
Yes. See, she then moves off and picks up the other voodoo doll as she starts to look it over. This is not a voodoo doll per se. She looks at the back and sees some of the sigil work on it. And she goes, this is a false locator. Anchor is the best way to put it. Styx used locate person here before, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he picked up Yolov.
Yep. This might have been Yolov's.
This was a red herring.
So he wasn't here.
No.
Okay. But
they're toying with you.
Yeah. Clearly. As we can see. What do you think we should do now?
Go lay low for a little while.
I don't have that option. Because the longer we take, the more likely my mother's dead.
Well, if they knew to...
I would also explain everything else I found. The lack of struggle in my mother's room, etc.
If I were to place a bet, I would assume that you are going to find a similar scene at the Pride's Call. They've already taken Tempe, they've already taken Tulum. And this was obviously placed here to mess with you.
Yep. At least nobody that we know is at the Pride's Call anymore.
Well, we do need to deal with Tempe at the very least, whether that is just putting him out of his misery or not. I've already called in some favors to have some more Azorius come here, but that'll take a bit of time. We do not have that strong of a presence here in this area of the city.
If we don't pursue, then my mother is likely dead. And
how do you presume to pursue?
Morgan, I don't know.
That's my point.
But we have to do something.
My bet is that they are playing a game with you. And the game's not done.
And we need to keep playing.
You need to keep playing.
We have one small piece of leverage.
Being?
Potentially the person orchestrating the game ran. They were...
That is true.
Afraid. And they had to flee somewhere. Don't think we really have a method of tracking in particular, but I had a lengthy conversation with the person and I can describe them very well.
Disguise self. I have disguise self.
You did also see the person, yes, so you would be able to... We all saw him, Morgan saw him too, so...
Yes.
So we have that.
Those are important tools.
I apologize for how poorly this went. Whether it is my fault or not, we're in this mess because of me.
This entire thing is your fault.
I know.
In fact, the only thing that has kept me from arresting you is the vigilante clauses, and I believe you are genuine. I hope you do not prove me wrong. But just know, you are equally as culpable for the deaths down there as Alyssa and they are.
Yeah.
In fact, I would even argue that you are more culpable than Alyssa.
That's fair.
I can reach out to some contacts that I have, but the Demir are inherently cloak and dagger, for lack of a better term. And on top of that, we have no evidence we are even dealing with the Demir.
I will also relay the brief conversation me and him had before combat was initiated, as he was talking about that I revealed him specifically. I have never seen him before this encounter. I have no recollection of who he is. But there's some type of link.
Well, as far as we understand, the Demir operate in cells. Right? You never answered to this man in particular, but whoever you did answer to, Professor Hurry, probably answered to him.
That's fair.
So, if we want to get in contact with him, we may need to go through either Professor Hurry, if she is even left unscathed from this. She's also your handler. Or he may be an inquisitor. I know that the Demir sometimes send out inquisitors to investigate their own internal affairs, as it were, and he may have judged you guilty.
Well, we both know that's true. So it looks like we have two options right now, or the options might be one and the same. We can continue to play the game and hope that when we reach the end of it, we can prevail. And by that, I think we need to go to the Pride's Call to get more information. Or we take a more direct approach and try to find Professor Hurry. Unless you can think of anything else other than me, that is what I see as the next step.
I'm going to send some contacts out to go round up some information. When Winston comes back, I will send him off to the Pendant to inquire on Professor Hurry's whereabouts to see if she's even there for us to get in contact with. I shouldn't do that. That'd give away the hand. And if I send anybody from the Azores to do it, that'd also give away the hand.
Can you probe Tempe at all?
I could.
Right now, that's our best resource. Even if he's feral, he still has memories.
Let's regroup with the others, and we'll have a conversation about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start crying in front of her and just say I'm sorry.
She's going to wrap you back up in a hug, and she will say nothing.
I'll actually embrace the hug this time, and then I will help her get back down.
It's kind of an odd moment for you as you're crying because there are no tears. Just a racking sob.
Good. Attempting to, but I can't.
All right.
He instead weeps tears of blood.
I wish. That'd be so cool. Maybe by the end of this.
I can make that happen. This broken
Okay, so you see as Morgan comes back downstairs, she kind of grabs Sail and Alyssa. We need to make this brief, that way there's no more interruption from those above. you still have some time that I will, at the very least, need to wait here before I can leave. Just due to the crime scene that is here, and I can't leave it untended. So, Kexx and I spoke briefly upstairs, and it looks as though that there was... She holds up the darker red voodoo doll and goes, "This was left," as she tosses it over to Styx. "For you, as it were. Your locator spell was paying off that instead of the actual Yolov, which means they have taken quite a bit of blood from him at some point in time."
Yeah, makes sense. At this point, I will use my actual last spell slot to...
He lied.
Well, you said that I didn't need to...
Yeah,
I know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm just being funny. You're good.
So the last third level spell slot, I will use Sending. And... Yep. I will say... what is the name of the tavern again?
Midori Park.
The tavern.
The tavern?
Oh.
The
Home
home.
away from home.
The home
Away from home. I'll tell him... Broken wings at home away from home. Following the trail. Keep silent, but give me confirmation.
Okay. You only hear the words Midori come back.
Is there anything coming from this?
It comes from the doll.
You realize.
So it's my sending is going to this as well. So I don't know if Veolab is alive or dead.
What did you say?
He's in the door. I feel it coming from
Oregon. I think we might have been duped by a certain somebody.
I'm guessing they probably wanted you out of the house.
Yeah.
Out of my house.
Yes.
Alright. How does the Demir lose? I'm planning on announcing that gentleman's appearance and general intent to as many people as possible.
They lose when their secrecy has been revealed. That is why what is happening right now is so catastrophic.
They operate by cells on purpose. That way, but the entire thing doesn't topple down.
I don't believe revealing him will do anything because he is just one small subsect, and as we've seen, they will cut away whatever they don't need. If we make him no longer useful to them, we might lose him as something to go after.
I'm considering beginning to do what I can to do it for. Not a small way.
I think it might be the next step, but it might be a step, but not the next step we should take. Not yet.
Attacking their assets held by the Orzhov in a way of paperwork. Telling the Rakdos that their libraries have a wide variety of lines and fun implements inside of them. Perhaps speaking to Talasaval, seeing if there's any agents within the guild she doesn't like particularly much, just simply to have people to go after.
So, above table.
Yeah.
Just for streaming things.
Yep.
You are so far away from the mic right now, and you're talking very quietly.
Sorry, am I not getting picked up at all?
Very, very quietly.
Yeah.
Okay. My back was starting to hurt.
Just letting you know. But as you kind of bring this up to Morgan, she kind of nods along and goes, "That'd be a great way to put a target on your back, but it would hurt.
If the cost is no longer worth the payoff, they might be willing to
I think we can
agree to a ceasefire between Azorius and Demir.
There's no ceasefire.
They kind of came into the headquarters and stabbed some of the officials, kidnapped some
They
of them.
also have my mother and my mentor.
We also can't prove that was the Demir.
There's no physical proof.
This is an assumption.
Well, we have the dead one outside. We can bring him back. And
Well, I can look on him, but they don't keep very much on them in case this exact scenario happens, so that way there is no proof to get back.
I think the reason they have such an issue with you not liking them anymore is because you are the proof.
What on me, other than my word, shows that I'm part of the Demir?
Yeah, like your brain, and hit you with some truth, and then you're like, yeah, no, that was the thing.
So what other than my word?
So because he perceives it, it must be true.
Well, there's also the being attacked while inside of the Azorius headquarters.
We have no
But we can't prove it's the Demir.
Right.
We have a lot of circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, I understand it's hard to pin them down and actually saddle them with any
They-
sort of blame.
They would not.
responsibility.
They wouldn't have tried this if they weren't confident they could have gotten away with it.
I think we're, as opposed to having like an actual legal case that we could win with a judge, it's more of a slap suit where we're trying to bleed them as much as possible till they decide it's not worth it anymore.
We still don't know what other guilds they've infiltrated.
All of them.
And
Yes.
So, Morgan, I asked her if we can probe Tempe's mind.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on in there right now.
We can go deeper, potentially.
If we get to the dream within a dream.
Kexx is going to take a moment, though, and he's going to look at everybody. What's everybody's demeanor?
What do you mean by everybody? As in your cohort?
Yep.
Answer for yourselves.
That's what I'm doing.
Melissa hasn't said a word, and she's just kind of quiet. So, kind of aloof, and even physically, she's standing the furthest away from you, and the closest to the door or the wall.
You're asking me if I'm Demir? I genuinely didn't hear anything. I heard Demir.
Demeanor.
Oh, I was really confused. I was like, what the fuck? What is Kexx on right now? I've been mostly focusing on the dead. I have been...
I'm more so looking at your body language at the moment.
Body language, I have been wanting to bring up something to everybody. So I've kind of been waiting
So you
for
look anxious.
breaks in the conversation.
Okay.
If this is a pause in the conversation, I would bring up the fact that
It's more so as the conversation's going on and taking mental note of everybody's body language, who's deflated, who's not, etc.
I mean, hearing the talk about going to war with a major faction in Guildsrow has me uncomfortable, and especially if the Demir a lot of times deal with undead. You
don't know that for sure.
I think that I would probably have a decent idea
Just
that
picked up on the fact that you fought
the Demir
3 different vampires.
Now you
and you are there's a lot of things that are connecting. But I would bring up we also have the Boros to deal with.
That's sadly not important at the moment.
I think that
Sayo's
That's next week.
Sayo's been growing less and less expressive as the days have gone on recently, and right now
There's no expression.
not a lot of quips, not a lot of smiles, a lot of unblinking stares, and alright, if I go there and I sick these people on them, will they at least be uncomfortable?
Yeah.
How can I make them regret something at the end?
So, yeah.
I did not roll high for hiding it.
I wasn't really trying to do an insight. It was more so like, does anybody surfacely look more distraught than I am?
No, I roll for how well is Sayul masking right now on a regular basis. Poorly right now. He's kind of fucking done.
Yeah. Can you probe his mind deeper, other than the feral thoughts?
I can. She looks over at Tempe and, with her staff, kind of points at him. So you take a big breath in, and as Tempe needs to fail a save. Okay. So bad. Wonderful.
Leg end.
Let's see. She starts to root around inside his head. She just begins to nod and kind of... After a minute or two, you see her kind of eyes focus back in off the middle distance. Well, I think your previous inclination is true. We should probably go back to the Pride's Call. That's the last thing he remembers, is being taken from there and bitten and changed. As well as Tempe getting dragged back in. And, sorry to say it, but Leonard seems to have been caught in the crossfire here. I don't know if he's alive or not, but we should move now.
Okay.
Understandable. The Lion Man? Fuck them.
No time to take a short rest, though.
Nope.
All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go to pray.
Okay.
That's for the editor. Hello, we're back. What? What?
Max, your dad doesn't have sex. He fucks.
No, he soaks.
He yokes.
He soaks.
It's one of my favorite
God damn
ever. It's just good. It's like...
Goofy would be more.
I'm part of
Do you
this
think he
this
soaks?
time, and I have to blame myself.
No. We're done.
He had max, so he had to soak more than soak.
Stop it!
I'm already having hair loss. I don't want to rip it out.
About a goof!
I had my monitor at max volume, and I just hear a goofy voice, and I had a heart attack.
I too get a heart attack.
Yep.
Yuck.
Welcome back! Ah, man. Well, I'm glad we had that kind of nice, lighthearted departure at the beginning, so we're going straight back into It Fucking Sucksville. Before we left off, you guys finished your combat, and during that combat, Alyssa managed to knock down a good quarter of an entire inn.
This body count is impressive.
Alyssa did kill 8 people, 8 innocent
Nine.
people. 8 innocent people in the fall, as well as taking out the one person that I think she was intending to, while trying to get herself and Morgan away from the situation. That basically closed off combat after that. And
the finisher.
Oh my gosh.
Alyssa
You guys-
does not soak.
No!
Stop.
We're done! You should not be saying those words while you're eating that, Jeremy.
No, she's a cat. She doesn't like water.
Oh, you're done.
Obviously.
Oh man.
Back
All
to
right.
soaking.
Just
Put
let
it in.
I want to gouge my own eyes out right now. This is the first time you guys want to make me physically hard myself. Just like
Andrew, just put your story in me and let it sit, alright?
Oh,
That deserves a crisp.
I'm just letting that one soak in.
stop it!
I don't know what to do.
Hold on. Let me jump in here.
There's enough room for all of us to soak, I think.
No group soaking.
I would say this shit is rated R, but it's not allowed.
It's not technically this loud.
Oh, right!
If you're Mormon, I'm sorry.
I'm putting, TOS, all that shit. Sure,
No,
use
we're
that as an excuse. We're done.
Did they change it to artistic soaking?
Can we put a black bar over your mouth? Does that help?
Don't Wait, me with a good time.
Editor's note, can you just make the entire thing black out for this section? Oh my god. You guys fought in the tavern. Alyssa knocked down a whole floor as well as a wall, killing a bunch of innocent civilians, as well as the quarry that she actually had. After that, you guys wrapped up Tempe. You guys left poor Tempe the vampire feared, slowed, restrained, and blind.
Deserved. He earned it.
Yeah, he got kidnapped in the middle of the night.
Why?
Nothing.
Fuck him.
You did nothing.
God damn.
Thanks for paying us for all that soaking content.
You're done. You're so far done.
You're enabling him. Really?
Oh my god.
Trauma! We're supposed to be talking about trauma!
You do the fucking recap!
So anyway, I broke down a wall, and then everybody was friends, and then Kexx looked at me and was like, good job, you saved the day. And that was where we left off.
We should really just end the
We're
campaign
not
on that
supposed
happy
to,
end.
we're not really supposed to talk about actual fantasies.
Alyssa's
Yeah,
associating. Leave her alone.
Everybody keeps getting upset at me when I do it.
I can't.
You keep making it
I'm
this sad, I'm gonna
actually
keep doing it.
You come over and scratch your back.
Maybe a little bit of a...
Okay, no. It's actually on track.
You guys then did some investigating. Found out that one of the vampires had been using voodoo dolls to control some of the civilians down below, and that's what was happening when Alyssa was getting attacked in the foot.
I was bamboozled.
Also found out the sticks had been bamboozled by a very specific type of voodoo doll that had a lot of Yolov's blood in it. That also had some programmed message in it to respond to sending, locate creature, and probably some other spells. From there, you all went back down below and started basically ripping through Tempe's mind to figure out what happened to him, why is he this way, etc., to find out that after you guys had left the Pride's Call, that Pride's Call had been attacked, and Tempe and Talim had both been taken, as well as Leonard the Lion had been injured.
Talim?
At the very least.
They hurt our line.
So, we pick back up with you guys still at the Home Away from Home Tavern. Tempe still wrapped up, feral as can be. What would you all like to do?
I'm going to ask Morgan if she's able to leave with us to go straight to the Bright Skull, and if there's any way to transport Tempe without him incinerating.
I have no way of transporting him currently. I'm waiting for people to show up so they can secure the scene and help us deal with Tempe as he is.
Well, we need to get to the Price Call.
Bye, Morgan.
Do we need... Can you come with now? Or
I need to wait for the scene to be cleared.
yeah.
I will try to catch up with you guys as quickly as possible. That said, I believe the giant owls are still on hold currently.
Okay.
So if you go back to the top and just whistle for them, they should come back down.
I think we need to go now. Seemingly.
Possibly.
What does everybody else think?
Yeah, go now.
I'd rather not leave Morgan alone.
She only almost died like 3 times this time.
I know, I had to make her not several times. I'm sorry for yelling at you so rudely.
At this point, I don't
I
think
need you to stand back up on a regular basis.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't remember anything you said. I believe the sound passed while I was still unconscious.
That's,
Thank you.
That's
For the record.
the case. Yeah.
I think the scene is too public now for anything to happen to Morgan at this point.
I'd rather not bet on it.
It's
Can we
either
stay here till the backup arrives and then we go?
that could be hours.
I'm guessing closer to about 15 minutes.
When it's possible, can I have like a one-on-one with Morgan before we like leave?
Are you asking that to Morgan directly right now? Or are you just asking the DM?
Like, I'm waiting for like this group conversation to wrap up, and then when we're walking away, I'm gonna like hang back and then like talk.
Cool.
Yeah.
No problem.
If it's only 15 minutes, probably wait 15 minutes. But I don't want to, is all I'm saying.
There's a lot of things that we don't want to do right now.
I know. But it's not my choice. It's everybody's choice. So
You can leave first if you'd like. None of you, I'm holding none of you here. Please. In fact, please go.
Very well.
okay. Probably not making the scene any better. Well, I will see what I can find. Sam to Andrew. How long is that trip by owl? It's called.
By owl? By air?
Is it perhaps a short rest? Or
Oh, you guys are not getting short rests on the back of owls.
No.
okay.
What if I turned in?
Then doubly so, no.
Okay.
I am an owl, therefore I get a short rest.
No. No, I'm just asking ahead of time before we do.
Drink
a health pot.
I was about to say, I will remind you, you guys just recently got a lot of potions and stuff. So I'd recommend you take them now.
I have no spell slots or hit points, so I will take some pots.
Yeah.
I divvied them up already, and if you didn't add that to your inventory, that is your problem.
No,
What was the-
Valid.
What was the like the roll for it? It was like 44, right?
That's for a greater? No, that's for a regular.
Yeah, we are graders. I thought.
We have one greater.
Yeah.
And it's like 10d6 or
That's a
something.
You have a plethora of different types of potions currently. You have common, greater, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we were out of that giant loot pile. We got a potion of greater, and then you made
4, and I
4.
divvied them up.
So we have one greater. I have a supreme that I'm still holding on to.
I have a...
I was just gonna top off. So
Did you check out the Alchemist backpack?
I did look at it, yeah.
So I will take
I'll take 2 regulars.
I'll take 2 regulars as well.
What does Morgan have? Does she give you guys anything?
Those are what again? Those are 2d4 plus 2.
You're actually going to see Morgan take out a health potion, and she's going to quaff it back.
3, 5 plus 2, so 7. 1, shit. Damn it. So 11. Eesh.
All right. It's at this point in time, if you want to have a talk with Morgan, it's probably a good time.
I'm just gonna like walk up to her. Like, what's she doing as like we're walking away?
As you guys are walking away, she's a little bit behind you. You see that she's kind of approaching that beholderkin. So this giant eyeball with multiple stalks coming out of it. She seems like she's going to go give them more orders.
Morgan,
Yes.
are you okay?
No.
Well, same. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that happened. I just wanted to make sure that we all got out alive, and it wasn't looking good for me.
You don't need to apologize to me. Apologize to the dead.
That's actually what I was going to ask for. Would it be possible to get a list of the names for those people in the rubble? I'd like that.
I can get you that.
Okay.
She'll place a hand on your shoulder. I understand that this was not your intention. And unfortunately, in the business of heroes, collateral damage happens. That does not make it right, either.
I'll do what I can to make it right. I know that if they were themselves, they wouldn't have chosen to be there anyway. I might have been the one to knock that wall down, but I'm not the one who placed them there. That blood is on multiple hands, including me.
She will simply nod.
Well, thanks. I'm going to get going now. And she's just going to walk away.
She'll let you go. But in the kind of way that a older sibling or mother would. She doesn't just let you walk away. It's more of a moment as you walk away, you feel a hand across until you're out of reach. Alright, so
Let's go.
Ryan's go. You guys get to the top stairs and have to make your way through the gaggle of people that have kind of stood there. You see there are a few other people. Sahil, you feel a kind of smaller hand dart out and kind of grab you for a moment. Guild's Gazette, what happened?
I'll look down at this person.
It's a small halfling man.
Mm-hmm. Gas leak. And I'll walk away.
He writes this down with a very quizzical expression on his face.
Gas leak in the sandstone building.
Well, am I next to you guys?
Yeah, you probably would do that.
Magical gas leak.
He nods as if this explains everything.
Yep, it does. As far as he knows.
With your guys' passive perceptions, you do see stinking cloud written down and then underlined twice.
Might buy us some time.
Would that work?
Well,
Does that explode?
we can find out later.
Not at my house, though. Let's keep it at Kexx's.
There's not much left. Well, there's like 3 walls there.
Thanks for the reminder, Sticks.
No, just tried to keep it lighthearted.
You know where I'm going to be back here trying to help put the wall up.
You know what's the worst? Whenever like these like people who tend to graves like have this really dark sense of humor that keeps them going.
Sometimes
Hey, Sayo, can you play us a song?
And after all,
Who watch you?
you're like the wonder wall.
Oh, I get it, because one of them was removed.
Yep. We're gonna have to build a new one, like that one troll a few years back.
Don't worry about it, Kexx.
I'm quite literally worried about everything.
Well, I have Yolov right here.
You don't have your love right there, but hold on to that, please.
Oh no, I'm planning on it. But, until then...
No.
Kexx.
Sticks.
You know what, Kexx?
I'm
One
proud
thing-
of you!
I don't want you to have to worry about. If I don't go down, do not resuscitate me.
Maybe it'll give him...
You have the hardest, most menacing stare you've ever seen in your life.
Did you miss the part where I'm proud of you?
It's taking everything I have not to bite you right now. 'Cause that would heal me, Mr. Haven't taken any damage. So, as Styx insults me to my face in probably the worst day of my life.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You all, very awkwardly for some, make it back to the owls, who have made their temporary home under some eaves. You see they're kind of like standing in an alleyway with like their heads tucked under wings. They're trying to take a nap.
You want to tell them where we need to go?
Where do we need to go?
Pride's call.
Okay.
They understand common, and I think Zayla's tapped out.
I will say in common, can we go to the parents' call?
I was just going to ask you to speak Sylvan, but and you're just better with words than I am.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Better with words than a lot of people.
Well, I spent a lot of my time around dead compared to undead, so...
Imagine being one.
all right, guys.
You see these two owls are looking at each other now. They're kind of like cooing and hooing at each other. Some of them like tilting their heads.
I'm just gonna tell them one day I will speak your language, and then I'll climb on.
One bobs its head.
And then... Does everybody get on?
Yes.
While this is happening, I want to maybe be on... Because there's two, right? So two people per owl.
Remember, there's 3.
3. Okay. Well,
Yeah, because Morgan had to go too.
I'm going to clamber onto the same owl as Alyssa, and I want to hand her the doll, and I want to try and inspect to see, like, if she understands anything about it.
Don't worry, I'm definitely not sitting on the same one as you.
I just roll Arcana, right?
Sure, or if you have like something like Identify.
I do have Identify. Can I just do that instead of rolling?
Guidance.
Okay, I'll give guidance to myself too.
D4. Just add D4.
Inspired.
If you just cast Identify, then you don't need to roll at all.
I can do
You
that.
don't want 2 D4s and a D8 for a roll you don't need to make?
Well, the D4s anyway.
Alright, so you cast Identify. What's it look like when you cast Identify?
So, I pull out like my
Just like,
Blip it.
no. So I pull out like my little like satchel, and I have like a tools out, and I pull out like a magnifying glass, and inside the magnifying glass is kind of like an overlaid like HUD, where like I can kind of like select whatever I want, like that's the item, and then like try to see like what the properties are, and then like I can cross-reference it with like a little pocketbook that I have. So I can see like the types of magic and like different reference material that I've seen.
Sure. Alright, so as you cast Identify on it, this pops up as a load. Alright. We're all adults here, right?
Yeah.
We're all adults.
You want to run that back about 20
Just
minutes?
a load?
was it soaked in something?
Stop. We're not going back.
This is a load doll. Lodedoll.
Same.
Does it have a nostalgia face on it somewhere?
Is it silicone?
I regret. It's clay.
That fruit was so low hanging. You could have been prone and grabbed it.
Yeah.
Anyways, you assholes. This is called a load doll. Basically, what it is that there has been a blood deposit has been made. This is gonna sound fucking awful now because you guys got me all fucking flustered about it.
This little doll's just full of YOLO.
Oh my god!
How did they collect this?
They milked him and kept
It's like milking a snake. You know? Fangs.
Why does YOLO have snake milk?
There has been blood of Yolov placed in the doll, and a lot of the etchings in the doll itself have been made using this blood itself. Basically, what it does is that if you are closer to this doll than you are to its original source, being Yolov, any spell that you would cast directed towards the source, Yolov, instead gets redirected to the doll. On top of that, somebody has done some sort of artificer to it, artificing to it, in the sense that there has been a... What's the word I'm looking for? Glyph of warding put on it that it has sending baked into it. Meaning, it activates when you cast sending to it to send back.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a magnifying glass and I'm gonna be like, a little bit of human craft. Glyph of warding, descending. Looks like, yeah, this thing's proximity based. So closer you are to it, then I guess it's going to redirect anything you sent to it towards this doll. So
if we interrupt some of the glyphs on there, would it no longer redirect that so we could actually contact him?
Assuming that there's not multiple of these that they've created and placed at different locations strategically, that's what I would do.
Well, we'd have to wait or get somebody else to send, but if we fuck that thing up, send something to it, and all we hear back is a Midori or something, then we know there's probably more than one.
Yeah.
Or we tell us to go somewhere else where they want us to be.
Yeah.
There's no way to verify where the message is coming from. This is
I could scribe, but I don't think any of us have that matter.
the only way that we could.
Wait a minute.
Would I know?
You don't have scribe yet.
Would I know if if this blood and this load doll does it only work if the original host is alive?
Now you can give me an Arcana check.
I really doubt it.
Inspired!
How do you inspire them?
You got this.
Lame.
And guidance.
And inspire adds a what?
D6.
D6.
Can you tell me what you know about the load in that doll?
I will actually take that.
Yeah.
That's better.
Oh, yeah. That vote is really interesting.
Just make you a little smack.
Tell me all about your loves.
I'm just thinking of
22.
22. At the time that the doll is created, they have to still be alive. For it to continue working, they could be or could not be. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So this doesn't necessarily mean that Yolov is alive, just that at the point of creation for this, he was.
You would also know this only... this load doll only is active for 8 hours and then it goes inert.
So he would have been alive 8 hours ago?
Well,
Hey,
depending on when it was made.
within 8 hours.
Within 8 hours.
Kexx, would they have any reason to keep him alive?
I'm an artificer, damn it, Kexx. Not a magic man.
Doctor!
They would have quite a bit of reason to keep him alive.
It's the first time we heard Midori
Especially
in the last 8 hours.
Especially considering the riddle that was left for me. He's not alive, but he is around, is my assumption.
Why do you think they're doing this?
Because I got ratted out.
No,
And
like,
I'm important in some regard that I don't understand yet. To put it blankly, as you so often do, Styx, I don't know.
at this point, what do we even gain from getting Yola back if he's already turned?
Maybe we can fix him.
Information, we can fix him, we would know more than we know now. Are you suggesting that we abandon this? Is that what you're saying? If that's what you want to do, then walk away right now. That's fine. But I have to see this through whether this kills me or not. They have my mother. They have the closest thing that I have left to a father figure, from my understanding. My home was invaded. And all of this I just now realized I had in the last week. So, whether you want to leave or not, that's fine. I'm seeing this through if I have to do it by myself. I'd rather not. Because I don't think I can alone. But if that's what you want to do, Styx, nice knowing you.
Kexx, I'm asking because I feel like this is probably going to do more harm than good.
Do you think that we can just walk away from this? Do you honestly think that if we just say, you know what, we're going to let it be, then they're not going to continue to come after us? That there isn't going to be more problems ahead of time? Do you really, honestly think that? At this point, it is either see it through or we lose.
We already have targets on our back for multiple.
Kexx.
Sounds like we need to make more friends than enemies. I don't know if you've ever tried that before.
I've tried.
The best friend that we have is part of the reason we got through that, which is Morgan. So
Yeah. Morgan has been shouldering a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you all are aware of it, but
Mm-hmm.
Morgan has limits too, and we just found them.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Great. Glad that you're aware. Now let's talk about how we can actually solve this.
All right, guys.
So, I agree with you.
Yeah.
They're not going to quit. And I think that we should probably head back to this inn and see what we got in store for us. And I think that we should probably take whatever resources we have right now, because we're walking in there already tired. And I think they wanted that, based off of everything that I'm picking up here.
Yep.
I'm pretty tapped out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty tapped out is an understatement.
But, I think maybe we should talk about what it would look like to create our own anti-Demir division.
That's kind of what the Azorius already is.
No?
They're kind of restricted by certain things.
Mm-hmm. This is a conversation that will be very fruitful when we have more information and this has been concluded.
I think it's a conversation that we need to start now, before we just get into the thick of things and then it gets lost by the wayside. What are we going to do after the tavern?
It depends on what we find at the tavern.
Right, but we still have our main mission coming up here, and we have a clock on other things.
Mm-hmm.
We got other people with a lot of problems who we have already agreed to assist with, but I think it's fair enough to say that after today and some of the shit they've pulled in the past, that it's a little bit personal now. And I don't think any of us are terribly opposed to becoming a more consistent issue for them if they're going to be fuckers leaving us.
Oh, I'm going to burn them all down.
Yeah,
It's the guild's over. I won't stop until it's all gone, or at least it's unrecognizable.
We can go after their assets. I kind of want to start convincing Rakdos members that there's parties to be had in the Demir libraries.
Like I said, the more we are able to find out, the better we can figure out what our next move is. But right now, we are playing a game. And there is no way out of the game until the game is over.
I think that there probably is, but
Pretty much.
The way out is we all die.
I think
Not
playing the game our way is probably the best way.
And we need to learn more in order to do that.
Right now we're playing their game. We don't know what we're gonna walk back to. We don't know if we're gonna walk back to anything.
Alright. We're doing a lot of theoretical, not very helpful talking right now.
Yeah, how close are we to Pride's Call now?
So, Pride's Call via Giant Owl is still... It's a further fly than it would have been from New Prov to Midori. So, you guys are... It's a good, pretty much half-hour flight.
Okay.
Even with the owls double timing it as fast as they can go.
Are we going into the inn
Or go straight there.
cautiously or hot?
I think that'll be a good, I can try to sneak in, but
Would Uncle V have anything that they need, want, or anything that you think Uncle V might have there that you don't know about? Just out of curiosity.
I know there's enough barrels of alchemical fire in the foundations to level the block. But that was just for...
Can we see from where we're at if the block is still there?
The block is still there.
Okay, so
that was
it's not gone.
That was for in case, like, the Azorius repossessed it or something.
The scenarios I have in my head about what we're about to come up on are we're either going to walk into a scene where there's just more information to be found in the next step. It's trapped, or there is somebody there. The best way is to get in there without being seen. I can try.
So, Kexx, I hate to press you, but what happens if this is all worst case scenario?
It already is.
I'm saying further than what it is.
What do you mean?
What if Yolava's dead? What if your mother is dead?
Then
what do we do?
The Demir are still flammable.
They're still.
And at least we know.
They. Oh yeah.
Is that saffron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Extra voice while we're flying. It's the Ascended.
Regardless if they are dead or not, the guild attacked the Azorius. That is already more than enough reason to continue this, in my mind.
Okay.
As well as my life is quite literally tied to the success of this. I have a bomb on my back, and if this doesn't go well, or if this gets portrayed as I'm doubling agent, then it's one snap and I'm gone.
Mm.
That is the risk I took for this.
Don't worry. They asked me to lie about putting in a good word for you, so I'm going to do that whenever they ask me.
Oh, I knew you guys had some kind of conversation. I felt it.
Yeah. They asked me to keep an eye on you when I openly offered to bribe them for tens of thousands of gold repeatedly, so...
I'm not
I feel like I told them my bias.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's just kind of... I don't hold it against Morgan. It's more so just practice in the nature of her position. It's not something that she wants to do, but it's something that this is what her life dictates.
I just felt kind of bad that I hadn't told you that they talked to me about it.
I can make my own assumptions, but I appreciate it.
I won't tell them to blow out your spine, unless you ask.
Yes, I do.
Well, we'll see what happens, and maybe there's a need for it eventually.
What's the safe word?
I don't know.
You could seduce...
Well, that's a really bad safe word.
That's 3 words, so...
Yeah, that's why it's a bad safe word.
It's a safe phrase.
Kexx,
Yeah.
this seems to be very personal to you. I think we could benefit from a history of Kexx, if you will.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, because you don't know anything. They know most everything by now. I'm running through my own brain of what everybody knows really fast. History.
So when he was born, his name was Brenton.
Okay. The history. Alright. Well,
I don't like what Andrew's doing back there.
I know.
I'm literally just assembling my dice.
Oh, okay.
By set. For the
to run
record.
this down very, very quickly for you. My family is from a forested area in the Anduin Empire. My mother is a drow. My father was a half-elf. And they separated at some point. Right after I could really remember anything, and they separated for reasons I don't know. But my understanding is my father thought it was best to send us off to civilization, just me and her. My mother opened up the tavern, and I grew up there I worked there. That was everything that I knew as a home, other than where I was originally from, but I don't even really consider that. Thomel, that tiefling, was also there and kind of helped raise me, keep an eye on me, and then one day in my young adulthood, it was all taken away in a flash, and I have no idea why. The inn was attacked, I was killed, my mother was told I was dead, and then I was turned into what you see now.
Okay.
And the Demir apparently staged this, or orchestrated it for some reason, because of what is within me. That's all I know. I know that there is something special about my blood, and that there are seemingly ties to some domain within the Shadowfell.
What domain?
I will show you a drawing of the rune,
Or can I just...
or you can minor illusion it. Yeah.
Can I roll Arcana or?
Yes, please. Add advantage.
Thank you. And I can guidance myself, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Goaded cantrip.
Yes. Very good cantrip. The best Baldur's Gate cantrip.
19.
19. Okay, so looking over it, as somebody who is well versed in the Shadowfell itself, having been there for a while. That said, you didn't get out very much due to the circumstances. You still understand quite a bit. You're not sure where this is in particular, but you do know that within the Shadowfell itself, there are these things called Domains of Dread. Domains of Dread are little pocket dimensions, for lack of a better term, that particularly strong entities within the Shadowfell domain. That's where they etch out even more potent homes for themselves. That is a key rune to a Domain of Dread. Whose? You don't know. But you do know that if you were given enough time and the right resources, you might be able to figure it out.
And do you know what this is?
I know that it is a rune to a domain.
And do you know what domains are?
The base level understanding that I've been told. That's it.
Is it like somebody's creek in the Feywild, or?
No, it's more like, consider it almost like a lair, or in some cases, prisons.
A house.
Kind of. They're not to be trifled with, and if you have key to a Shadowfell domain in your blood, probably means that it's in your bloodline.
Well, he might not. He might have only had the one rock. I've only ever seen you bleed one rock, so I don't know if you have another.
Yeah. So, do you know if this was before or after
What do you mean?
you were made?
After. I was the rune was revealed to me after
And you're certain.
I had been, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I never saw it before. That was the first time I ever saw it.
So there's no chance that your mother also has a key in her blood.
We share the same blood, so she might.
That's what I'm wondering, if maybe this is their contingency.
It has been in my head that whatever the answer is to this might be at the conclusion of whatever this is.
Okay.
But the appearance of vampires within a guild I was a part of that I had never seen before, in tandem with my mother being taken and me learning everything that I have, is not a coincidence. So, you have figured out what I already summarized in my own head, potentially. So.
Okay. Well, sorry I couldn't be of more use there, then.
It's not like there was exactly any time to figure it out first. but hopefully there will be eventually.
Although the Demir and the Shadowfell is a connection. Maybe a field trip is in order.
Well, I could take us there anytime.
What?
Oh yeah, your nephew.
Another time.
What do you mean by that?
Is an item.
I can teleport us. I've never used it, but I have it. And I can teleport us to another plane.
Any plane?
Any plane.
I have a one-way rock. It's not as cool as his
So,
necklace.
it is also a contingency plan.
I don't know about you all, but I'm kind of missing Cloud's Keep right now.
You guys want?
You can. Yeah, I just want to.
I think there was like a missing ship there. Do you want to go back and like take care of that? We'll just die down.
I just start flying away.
So, how close are we to the Pride Skull?
It's about at this point in time that you guys see the Pride Skull proper. The Pride Skull, while it wasn't in great shape when you guys left, is in worse shape now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The front door has been broken down. You see that a lot of the windows have been ran through and broken as you guys are starting to fall down into that little town square in Beast Haven that surrounds it. That said, you do see quite a few Selesnya guard are kind of picking through the rubble.
Oh, I don't think it's trapped.
Yeah. So,
Did we have anything in there?
no.
Apparently some alchemical fire.
No, that was well established.
Well, you were the only two that could have dropped something off there, but I don't believe so.
We didn't leave it.
Can I inspect the maker's area?
Oh,
Well, we're rolling
Yeah,
up on it.
we're rolling
I'm
in.
gonna be like getting off the owl, beelining it, showing my signet. Like,
Well, as you go to show your signet, a large hand stops you, and as you look up, you guys see Grantuck.
Ranjack?
long time no see.
Why is it every time that I leave you alone, your bar gets broken into?
It's not my bar. Oh, yeah, he said it.
Hello. Your lion friend, I've seen to as well as I could. They're a little woozy, as it were, but they're still alive. Listen, I'm not Azorius. I'm more just keeping the peace around the area itself. And as a favor, I kept people out.
thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm not going to ask too many questions. We didn't go digging through anything.
Thank you.
Do you want some of us to stay and hang out?
Please.
If you wouldn't mind.
And can you have somebody send a message to Morgan that you guys got here first?
Yes.
Thank you. She is. I'll tell him where she's at.
Deadbridge Chasm home.
Yep. Yep.
Do you know who came in?
No idea. We found it this way. But it seems as though you guys have been left a smorgasbord of daggers.
A what?
Daggers?
Hold on. What?
Yeah, there's a lot of daggers.
I'll go
I'm
inside.
going. I'm going.
All right. As you guys go inside, you see that there are daggers slammed into the bar top halfway. So these all appear to be like 6-inch stiletto daggers. Only 3 inches of the blade is still showing as it got slammed through the bar top.
I'm going to tell everybody, do not touch anything.
Understood.
Please do not touch.
Identify require touch.
Yes.
Yes.
Are they in any pattern?
Nope, they're just straight across the bar top
How
itself.
many?
There are 4. You see, as you guys enter into the bar itself, it has been ransacked. The alcohol shelves have been knocked down. There is just the smell of alcohol permeates the air. If someone were to light a match, this entire place would go up right now. And it would not be great. The front window, where Leonard had been going in and out of, there was a hole left in it from Leonard. The entire bay window assembly has just been ripped down and off. There are quite a few bodies inside here currently, as you're looking around, that all look to have their jugulars ripped out. Not by a vampire, though, which may have been your immediate thought. No, by a lion. As it's not just their jugular, it's also like large portions of their chests. Sections of their arms have just been removed and dismembered.
Good job, Leonard.
And as you say that, you look over. Leonard is in a heap, breathing hard.
I'm
gonna go.
Wanted to check on him. I'm gonna take a look at the body.
I'm gonna go over and I know if healing potions have any effect on lions. Or can
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Yes, I do.
Okay.
They are creatures.
Does it seem like he is diseased or poisoned in any way?
It looks as though he may be poisoned. Just at first glance, he's breathing hard, even though you can see that Grantuck is seeing to the majority of his wounds.
I do not have anything to do.
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a sweep of the building.
I was going to say, I'm just waiting on investigation checks. You know what I'm about to do.
The daggers themselves, that you see plunged into the bar top, all have these blue wisps kind of coming off the ends of the hilts.
Yep.
You know that these are thought strands.
Do any of the daggers have any significance or anything that makes any of them look different from one another?
No.
They all look
identical.
the same. Do the thought strands look different from one or another?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Can I assist with that?
Yeah, please, go ahead. Take advantage.
I'm slow casting Detect Magic.
19.
19?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Have I seen this before?
Yes. These are left very intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, the whole idea is that unless you have a spellcaster that can cast decode thoughts or encode thoughts, the only way to get the message that has been left for you is to stab yourself in the head with this dagger. If it's been cast on it, encode thoughts has been cast on it, it doesn't actually hurt.
There's
4.
There's 4. Okay. Are you doing the sweep with Detect Magic?
Do they have anything on them? Any symbols?
No. Okay. I am.
Anybody else want to identify
I'm
these?
motioning you to come over. I'm telling you, get over here. Check out each one of these. Tell me if there's a different feel between any of them.
It's a literal mind spike, for the record. That's what they're called, is mind spikes.
Yep.
Can I cast Identify on one of them to see if I can identify whether it is encode or decode?
Go ahead.
And while that's happening, I'm just gonna wrap up with Leonard. I'm gonna bust out my herbalism kit, pull out some of the herbs that I have. I'm going to try and make some kind of concoction to help maybe pull toxins out of anything that is ingested, or if he has cut marks on him, to rub them on to try and pull toxins out, as well as give him a healing potion.
I don't think you need to.
I am casting that because it says that it will tell me any of the properties, how to use it, whether it requires attunement, how many charges, whether there's a spell affecting the item, and if it was created by a spell, and which spell created it.
Okay.
So I want to get all of that good information.
You can ritual cast Identify, you know that, right?
I did not know that, but I will do that because it's a
Cool. You guys have the time for it.
You have to take time, but you can take 10 minutes to cast Identify without burning a spell slot.
Okay.
Really quick for Leonard. So, with your alchemist backpack and using your herbalism kit, you know that you can have a thing of antitoxin created, but it will take 8 hours. Antitoxin takes time to create. That said, with the alchemist backpack and your herbalism kit, no roll required. It's just done. It's a common item, so it'll take 1 of your 4 charges.
Who's feeling lucky?
So you can do that, but it will take time, unfortunately.
I guess I'll just start brewing that, and then give him the healing potion.
Cool.
Good boy.
Leonard is currently at 5 HP, for the record.
What a fucking unit.
So
How many
2d4 plus
corpses?
2.
There are 3 corpses that were left.
Right. We're going to save those for him to eat later.
Okay, so he gets 8 health back.
8. Nice. Sitting at 13.
Good boy. Good boy.
Beautiful. Nice.
And then real
Alright.
quick, what is the description of the people that are there? Are they a certain race? Do they have any?
It is so weird because as you guys go to look at them, it's almost like your mind falls off. You're trying to identify them, you're trying to look at them closely, and then it's just so hard, so out of focus that you, for a moment, you forget what you were doing.
How many bodies?
Pretty sure there's 3.
Just do I get a weird nearby them?
No.
Did you speak with them?
Are these
No, right now.
assassins from Wheel of Time?
That effect of it, yes.
Okay.
Where, even dead, they're kind of hard to just look at.
They're just kind of blurry.
Yeah. But they're dead. They're not doing anything weird. You take a few moments and really auger in on it. And it kind of comes back into focus.
I go through and stab all of them. If I notice that they're I will just into an arm. If it's my eyes can't focus, it's I know something that will. Alright, they didn't move.
They don't move. Yeah. They're all kind of this gray, sallow skin. In fact, as you're kind of looking over this and bringing up Alyssa, these look like people of the Shadowfell.
Did they look particularly familiar to me?
God damn.
No.
Fuck.
The Shadow guy.
Kind of.
Okay.
They're not elves, though.
I would know
They
that.
look like humans and dwarves.
I know about elf adjacent things as an elf weeb.
Not good. Not good.
Kexx, what has been good the past couple days?
We got a boat.
I'm going to tell you this now, Jeremy. You and Kexx at the end of this are going to have a very long conversation.
I'm gonna tone it out.
You're not going to. Trust me.
Definitely.
So
Okay.
I would like to
Get in your
know
mind.
all the things that I did with Identify, and then I also want to see if that is a property, the shiftiness of these, dead corpses, if that is a property of armor, or if that's a property of,
Them as a
yes.
being. Yeah. Cool. So you have to identify on the daggers themselves, taking time in between each. So that is going to be 40 minutes. Just so we're keeping track of time, loosey-goosey here.
Got it.
There she's casting the first identify. I get my detect goggles up,
You will notice that they all of them do have encode thoughts on it. So none of these have been left for you as a
Russian roulette. Yeah.
a Russian roulette.
That's why I was let's roll a d4.
And what other things does Identify give you?
So it gives you quite a few different ones.
If it was made by a spell.
So it says, if it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges, if any, and you learn the spells that are affecting it, and if it was created by a spell, what spell was used to create it.
It is not created by a spell.
Okay.
This is a mundane dagger by itself, but Encode Thoughts has been placed onto it via some sort of artifice. To use this now, because now it is considered a mind spike, you have to literally stab yourself in the temple.
Got it.
And
This should not damage you.
Fucking bet. Let's
Cool.
go.
so let me see.
Do it, Kimbo.
Then I'm going to ritual cast on the body, and I'm going to use, I guess, Identify on the creature. Because it says I can do that.
Identify on the creature itself. This is just a dead humanoid. They never had a name.
Okay.
There are no spells placed on it currently.
So then it's
This
property.
is no. There is a magical effect on them. There is no spell on them.
I see.
The magical effect that you're having, the glancing look, there is no word for it. The properties are, though, that they are hard to see by nature, and whatever race or Shadowfell touched thing this is, they all intrinsically have advantage on stealth checks. They are hard to see.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Alyssa, was there any indication of a difference between any of the daggers?
No, they're all line spikes,
They're all the same.
and you can stab yourself in the head and get it. I think we should probably have
I've seen it.
one person do it.
I'm going to do it.
Maybe not you,
Please. Let me.
but like, what if it's just you specifically? It'll do something different.
It's okay. I owe you one anyway. I'm gonna take.
No, I'm going to stop you. I'm not. I'm stopping her as no.
Hand comes out, and you see this seems to be very important to Kexx.
No. Please.
Why are there 4?
I'm
Please.
just gonna look you in the eyes and be like,
Please. We are talking about my life, and my mother's life in the balance, and I asked you to trust me. I feel like I need to do this at least first. Please.
"How about we do it together?"
They are here, and there are 4.
I know, and I'm asking to do it first. This
think
is
we need to
my
do it-
fault that all of this has happened. At the very least, let me take the bullet for this first.
I think we should all do it at the same time.
I think that's a bad idea.
I think that's a bad idea as well.
I really think.
Please.
I think Kexx should get to go first, and then Alyssa, and then
I'm just gonna
Six.
tune out Sayo, and I'm just gonna keep the one-on-one focus with you, and I'm gonna say, "I am sorry for the record."
We'll have time to grieve when this is all over. And
All right, Alyssa, which one did you grab on the table first? If left to right is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope.
4.
The last one.
All right, you insert this thing to your head, and you hear, "Make your choice at Nightshade's end, Mother Morose's resting den. Quickly, little sheep. Time's counting, and a soul to reap."
Hold on.
Can
Or
you?
are you going to type that out?
This will all be in the
Okay, I'm not going to write it down then. Okay. Alright, I'm going to... Does Mother Morose,
Mother Morose.
does that name?
No.
Does the location?
You can give me a history check.
Oh, that's gone. Ooh. My intelligent character has a +4, so 16.
16. It's not a place you've ever had to go into yourself, but much like the Slate House down in the Stones Causeway, this is another kind of seedy bar in the sewers that people frequent in Golgari.
At night, she's
So tired of
Mother
seeing
Morose resting down. Quickly, little sheep. Time is counting.
Could we repeat that?
Right.
Okay.
Come on.
You don't like how I wrote my
Can I discern from doing this?
I like the price call. Not anymore, though. Sucks now.
Can I
gone
discern
downhill
from doing
since we
this on top of my knowledge of how these work? If we should separate all of these into different people, if one person should get the entire message in general.
Or
That's...
I'm trying to ascertain if I think that each one is going to have a different message, or if this is one giant message split up in 4.
only one way to find out.
I'm going to repeat everything I said. Like, obviously it didn't hurt.
When he repeats stuff, is there anything that I would know with my background with Shadowfell or anything like that?
No, not with that line.
I heard Mother Morose.
You would have heard Mother Morose, and you do know who that is.
Right.
Who is that?
That we just had that mentioned at the Order House. This person.
Yeah.
They were just brought up.
Did I miss that?
You weren't there at the moment.
I wasn't there. Okay. What is that? What do you mean?
Well, you see, Colby has already forgotten.
I heard it.
All right.
I didn't listen to it.
So I'm pretty sure that was that wasn't one of the voodoo dolls, but that was
So Zail had cast Detect Thoughts amongst the crowd, and you heard one of the insect people, the Cruel, say that they should go visit Mother Morose and tell her what happened here.
I get it now.
Mother Morose, from what you know, is the leader of the Sewer Coven. Much like Talasa Val is the leader of the Dark Waters Coven, this is the leader of the Sewer Coven. She's a spindly, green-tinted crone that speaks quietly, almost to the point where you have to strain to hear her, and she hates to repeat herself.
I'll convey the descriptor I have of her and say that essentially she's one of Talasa's peers.
Well, that's good. Potentially. We're not even going to get into that right now. Okay, I'll grab dagger number 1.
Dagger number 1. Just gonna...
I think I'm just gonna...
I don't think one person should do all 4.
No.
I think I'm gonna be the one person that does all 4.
There's 4 of them.
Let one person do one.
If somebody else wants to take one, but I just have the feeling this is a me thing. I think that the whole message needs to go with one person.
I'm gonna grab
I personally think
the first one, hearing that the beginning of the story was hurry, hurry. I'm gonna grab the first dagger on the left, and I'm gonna hand it to Alyssa.
She has the second because Kexx already grabbed the first.
Oh, I thought they were left. Did everybody grab
She
one?
grabbed the 4th one, and then I said I grabbed the first one.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, we should use that one. That sounded like the end of a message. Hurry, hurry is the end of what it's telling you to do.
That's why I'm saying I want
Okay.
to use the first one.
Can I mind?
Let's backtrack. Do the 3rd one.
Okay.
And let's not split it up. Let's do it in a chain, but we're doing it in reverse.
You stab yourself between the eyes. Alright. Choices you must make to save a mother or father, their lives at stake. I can give you the clues to one or the other. Trying to save both, I wouldn't bother. As soon as you pick which you will keep, the other will be given their eternal sleep.
I'm gonna look at you and just say, I'm so sorry. And then I'm gonna
This was number 3.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna repeat that to you.
I'm gonna take number 2
Alright.
and do the thing again.
The Mentor so smart and wise, he could barely contain the shock in his eyes as you arrived on his door once more. But Kexx, you're supposed to be holding till morn. As your true name left his lips, it ensured that you'd been spilling all the wrong things, and we had heard.
Can I make I guess it would maybe be like a history check, but can I search through my knowledge of like Bay and like Shadowfell things? And could I recall if there's like an entity who really likes riddles?
I'm not going to have you roll for it. So many of them like riddles. So many of them.
But any that are particularly like nasty and like to enjoy the suffering of others.
A lot of hags are considered fae.
Oddly enough, it would not narrow it down that much
Okay.
for you. I'm not trying to like shoot you in the foot. I'm just trying to save you from
100%.
So obviously you gather my intent. Is there a better way that I can phrase that question to where I could like
with the information you currently have, probably not.
Okay.
Alright. I can do the last one if you want, or you can do it again.
Scattered to the wind I may be, left with your mother presently, to ponder on scarlet blood so rich. Maybe I'll start with her tongue. Her wit leaves me thinking she's a vapid bitch.
You go, Mom.
I don't think you know what vapid means.
Alright. So that I'm just waiting for the last one to drop in, and I'm going to read the whole thing on my phone.
Dagger number 5. Yo, mom is so fucking fat.
From the dark, another dagger flies. Listen here, you little shit.
So, in entirety, scattered to the wind I may be, left with your mother presently, to ponder on scarlet blood so rich. Maybe I'll start with her tongue. Her wit leaves me thinking she's a vapid bitch. The mentor so smart and wise, he could barely contain the shock in his eyes as you arrived on his door once more. But Kexx, you're supposed to be in holding till morn. As your name left his lips, it ensured that you'd been spilling all the wrong things, and we had heard. Choices you must make to save a mother or father, their lives at stake. I give you the clues to one or the other. Trying to save both, I wouldn't bother. As soon as you pick which you will keep, the other will be given their eternal sleep. Make your choices at Nightshade's end, Mother Morose's resting den. Quickly, little sheep. Time is counting, and a soul to reap.
Well, I think you have a choice to make, Kexx. And we need to know, because it sounds like we have until the end of the night.
I am aware. Give me a second fix.
You want me to reach out to Tall?
Yeah. What time is it?
Who?
Tall and Tall.
You guys are looking at about 1:30-ish currently.
Head of the Darkwater Coven
1:30.
in the city.
Make your choice in Nightshade's End.
You
There wasn't
like
a time
hags,
that was
or-
given.
So, my question, I think this is probably the only thing that Styx might be able to ascertain. Nightshade's End, does that ring a bell to me? Because Nightshade is a deadly plant. With my background in medicine and herbalism, would I know anywhere where Nightshade grows, specifically?
If you'd like, go and give me a history check.
No. 3 plus something.
3 minus 1, I think.
Um,
Unfortunately, no. You know that this is a alchemical ingredient, sometimes a poison used. But Nightshade's End, as far as a location, you're a little lost.
so, this message is a little bit more straightforward than the previous one. Is there any point to roll on this to try and decipher it like I did the first riddle that I was given?
What would you be looking for in it?
I'm looking. Let's see here. There seems to be certain meanings in each of these. So, scattered to the wind has caught my eye.
I think that you should. Are you is Kexx reading this out loud?
Yeah,
He's pondering on it. You can see him he has written it down. He's kind of thinking about it.
Time is coming. So, yeah, the only real thing that I think might have a hidden meaning behind it is scattered to the wind.
I think that maybe also look into the trying to save both. I wouldn't bother. That seems very
that
pointed.
Right. It's almost like it's trying to tell me that don't bother. Yeah, okay. So I know it's a lot, Andrew.
Imagine how I felt writing it.
I know. Yeah. I want to see if there's some kind of hidden meaning within this or a cipher.
As in a thieves' cant thing,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Oh, yeah.
Without a roll, I will say there's nothing to do with thieves' cant intrinsically in it.
Okay.
Is it written in acrostic?
So it's not written in anything. It's in my brain.
Yeah, it's written in.
Okay. So no cipher or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for the deeper meaning of it, kind of how I did the very first time with the first riddle. It gives me the specific place to go this time, So it's not like I'm trying to figure that out. It's more so I'm trying to figure out the truth behind what's said, and like phrases like "scattered to the wind." I don't know. That just is.
What about two
Okay,
seems
maybe.
two seems so out of place?
No.
What do you mean?
2 is literally describing how they took Yola. They had a hunch. They pretended to be me.
But everything is in present tense except for that.
Got the mother. That's past tense.
First one.
First and second are past tense, explaining how they got the people.
Yep.
Second one was like, you only get one. Fourth one was like, hurry the fuck up.
No, the third one. The third one is you only get one, but I don't know. 2 just seems out of place.
So, they're kind of forcing you to play a game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we don't need to play their game in some way. Maybe we can explore that option instead of just following a trail that's designed to torture you.
That is an option. My only worry with... I'll be completely realistic with you. I do not see myself getting out with both of them.
I don't think you out with either of them.
I don't think I will get out with either of them either. My thought is, which option is going to put me in front of the person I need to be put in front of?
I guess, to me, if you are so valuable that they're willing to go through all this effort to basically drag you to specific locations and like put you in a frame of mind where you have to make sacrifices,
I think I get what you're saying.
I think that you have some kind of leverage that we don't know about.
I'm more valuable than just killing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to one of the corpses. What's the blood look like?
It's kind of an odd thing. For those that are a little bit squeamish, I apologize in advance. As you were like looking them over, there is muscle, there's sinew, there's tissue, there's ligaments. You can see all of these things. There are no pools of blood.
And I try to create some blood.
Like squeeze them.
More so, just take a slit and shit.
Look at ketchup. I can take this one.
Is there any gray goo?
That is, their blood is clear, and as you were kind of like cutting, squeezing, and trying to like produce blood from like their muscles and sinew, it's kind of this odd moment where you do not get blood out. It is this clear, not viscous. It is this clear, thin liquid. It's very, very thin.
I have an idea here that I want to try. I want to see what happens if I let some of my own blood out and mix the two.
All right, and now's the moment where I think about. No, never mind. I'm stopping myself. Stopping myself before I go down that road. All right. So, as you kind of cut your own palm, fingertip, what are you starting with? Palm. The worst place to cut yourself, by the way, because you have to move it so much. As you make psionic dagger, cut across your palm and start to wring it out into whatever biomass they're exuding is. Blood, you know, is not the right word for it at this point in time.
Sustenance, or not sustenance, that's not right either.
Maybe for you. As it drops down into it, you realize the density of your blood is so much heavier. that as they begin to kind of mix, it very quickly dilutes. As your blood falls to the bottom, it now just rests on top.
Don't.
They're made out of Everclear.
Leonard is sick, and we don't know why. Don't do it.
You want a snack out of me? Is that what we're doing here?
I have. This is one of the gut feelings, Sticks. This is.
I got a few extra kittens worth to spare if you want.
Just so you know, what's in my backpack is for Leonard.
That's fine.
Don't put the mystery corpse in your mouth, Kexx. We don't know where it's been.
It's been in the Shadowfell.
That's.
Not a good place for
My
food.
blood already has it in it.
Okay, like
I'm with
my
you.
body has lead in it, but that doesn't mean I should be snacking on more.
I'm doing it.
Ugh.
You're biting down into it?
I'm drinking the blood.
Alright. As you do that, you take a big old bite. You guys hear Grand Tuck from the corner just, oh, what the fuck?
I didn't know he was watching.
You guys asked him to stay.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Saffron's just like, you're gonna be sick.
Look, I'll cover her eyes.
The tiniest little vomit.
Just
Is it like Tinkerbell where it sparkles?
Yes.
This is the second time I've done this in 24 hours.
Also, I need you to make me a con saving throw, please.
Isn't dead man's blood poisonous to vampires?
Can I do guidance on that?
I don't think. Can you guidance saving throws?
Inspire!
No, it's
I
checks.
believe you can.
Kexx? Well, I mean, that is a check, right?
I did not inspire you to do that, so
It's,
I'm sorry.
it's an ability.
You did not inspire me, you're correct. So, con saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah, I
That
think
is a 15.
classically, dead man's blood is not healthy for the old families.
Yeah, and it is poison. You are considered poison.
That's fine.
And nothing else happens.
Well-
There was a thought in the back of my head that I had to go for.
So,
Nope.
Kexx,
Yep.
you're
Ugh.
you're basically a key.
Yeah.
If you think about it like that,
Mm-hmm.
they must really want whatever's
Palate
in there.
cleanser?
How long would it take me to figure out
A stare and sing.
where that key goes to?
That's one of those things where it's kind of it's like a downtime activity where you'd have to go like research into libraries, all that kind of stuff of other people that have been to the Shadowfell, cataloged it. It would take you possibly days.
Hey, Six.
Yes.
How nice is your god to you?
Pretty good.
Do you think you could ask him about the key?
He took it away from me.
What?
His god took my key.
Six asked his god
Tell
about
her.
him, and
Okay, this is new information.
Calvert doesn't like him.
When I cut myself and produced that symbol, it hardened into a ball. He roped me in on a ritual with his god, and his god decided to take it from me.
So we know one person who knows what that's used for. Then,
I'm guessing you will not get an answer from him.
tell him it's important.
I
I can't tell him anything right now.
Kellenvor works in mysterious ways, and I'm not equipped to talk to him. So, guidance.
I can't. Like, I can just say words to come. I can't, like, divinate or anything. Hey, Calvert. What's up with him?
Hey, boss!
Now that I did that to myself.
Isn't there like a channel divinity or anything?
For the record, you're considered poisoned for the next hour.
I do want to
auguries or
poke and
clairvoyance.
prod around
Sending?
the rest of the place, see if there's anything of note. Probably isn't, though.
Okay.
And kind of with the point it is in day, I'm kind of okay for the moment, waiting for Morgan and convening on this revelation, maybe telling her some more stuff.
Alright, we're gonna be here for an hour. I've decided for the group.
So,
We are taking a short rest.
so that item that you got, we could go make a field trip.
Not right now. Not right now. Not unless I feel like that is the next step, or the problem is I don't know where we're going to end up if I do it, and I don't know where this key goes. I need to find out.
I thought you could go to any plane, so I was thinking we could go to the Shadowfell, and then we could...
I have to name a specific place in the plane.
And it's not a guarantee.
And yeah, I have to roll a check. Sam to Liz, I have to roll a check in order to pass, to make sure I go to the place that I want to, but I have to know a specific place. I don't believe that I know the exact location of this domain. I could take a shot in the dark and try.
Do you want me to?
No.
I know a couple places there.
You could tell me them. But I still don't think I'm keeping that in the back pocket if I feel like it might bypass some steps. But I don't think right now is the time. Definitely not when I have someplace I need to go. And
If you just do their puzzle, you're just playing into whatever they want.
I know.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they're just going to kill whoever it is in front of you to fuck with you, and then they're going to try to kill you again.
I know. I'm running through all the scenarios in my head.
Not you, the Demir, the people that we want to crucify.
I think
You know?
this is going to end up going one of two ways, I think, when we go, if I go to the Nightshade's End. Either that is where they're being kept, and they'll bring it out, or that is where I find the next step. I think it's the latter.
Or, hear me out, we leave them 4 daggers,
Go fuck yourself.
and then we write a note saying that, sorry, if you want what's in the domain, you'll have to return what is yours. And then see if they will play our game instead.
I could also ask Tolosaval for more info.
That's my recommendation. I don't think you want to play games with sneaky people who have been doing it for years.
We're really bad at games.
So, Sam to everybody.
We are.
Kexx does not know how going to another plane works and the ramifications on the real world are. For example, does time pass faster? If I dip,
On the prison realm.
does everything accelerate? And they're like, well, he just left. Everybody's dead. So that's Sam to everybody. Why I'm not sure. Trust me, Liz. It's in my head. And I've wanted to go there.
I might be able to help with that.
Okay.
I don't want to go anywhere right now.
These guys are just like, okay.
We're taking a short rest. Everybody roll a hit dice for it.
This is one of those.
It doesn't do anything.
This is one of those.
You just get touched.
You have an idea or an agenda here. You got to give me more. If you have a solution or a potential fix or an easier way to make this happen,
Are you talking to Alyssa or are you talking to Liz?
both?
Liz says, talk to my character specifically about plane shifting and time.
Okay. I will tell Alyssa that Kexx does not know how that works.
Well, the couple times I've switched between planes has not been fun. And I walked through a portal with somebody close to me, and I didn't see them on the other side. Then I wandered around the Shadowfell for a long time, looking for a way out, and I finally found one just to end up in prison here.
Mm-hmm.
But the only difference between me and the other person was they had an item on them that I think
that I made that I think maybe altered the time-shifting magic. And I think they're in a different time than me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, how does this... That sucks. Sorry. How does this help with what you're proposing?
You got any sticky and iron?
No.
How hard would it be to get?
Very.
Questionably.
You could ask Morgan.
Again, why?
I made some things.
With
You
the
need
iron?
to give us the info here.
Oh, is it frustrating when people are needlessly secretive?
Yeah. Well, this is different when you're proposing a solution. When you're proposing a solution, but still like, I made stuff.
Yeah, it's for character reasons.
Okay.
Sam.
It's different.
I've been making trinkets for a long time. It's something that my people do very well. I specialize in watches. I once made a very special watch out of something that I probably shouldn't have.
Sticky and iron.
And then I gifted it to that person, and they liked it. And we walked through the same portal, and I haven't seen them since. But I think that because I went forward in time, I think they might be in the past.
Okay.
I think no time passed for them.
How far forward?
How far forward would it have been?
7 years.
About 7.
So, what happens if you're wrong?
Very specific amount of time. No, that's a specific amount of time to Sail.
Well, if I'm wrong, then I guess you're probably dead. But I don't think that's the case.
And if you're wrong and I do this, so is any potential chance I have to get either of these people.
Let alone the fact that we could all die and the world could perish.
I am not
Not
willing.
that important.
I am not
We're the
willing
main characters.
to do this
Couple more cents.
unless I can get assurance
I'm the main character.
that if I go there and come back, the time does not alter and it doesn't speed up or anything.
I can't give you any guarantees. If you want guarantees, talk to him.
We could ask Salasaval for more information, including about time dilation.
Also, I have
Sticky and Iron, Mother Morose, the Demir.
How long would it take to get to her?
I also have a bomb on my back, and if I disappear, Morgan will probably detonate it.
Would it
Does
work,
it work
across dimensions?
planes? Yeah, like...
I don't want to find out. If I just disappear,
I cast Identify.
What if that was part of
On
the
his
wording?
tattoo.
Just throwing it out there. What if that was part of the warding glyph that if you dimension shift out of this dimension, it just pops? That's scary.
So, you cast Identify quickly on his back.
It's rigged to glow at any touch of magic.
If it
He's fine, it's deleted now. You have to Identify on it quickly, and you realize that not only is the glyph of warning set to explode, but it is set at a command, meaning there are no baked-in
Mechanism.
yeah, there are no baked-in like fail safes or anything for it. There's a one switch. That is Morgan's ring.
We really need to keep Morgan safe.
So, regardless,
That said, it probably does work between planes.
Does. Okay.
I would like to wait and confer this with Morgan first before I make any drastic decision.
What would you like to confer with me about?
Oh, my lord.
No, Morgan.
Is she here now, or is it?
Yeah, she walks in. She says hello to Graham Tuck on the way in.
Morgan, this is all my fault. Why?
We knew that.
Why Yolov was taken. They pretended to be me, and when he was surprised to see me, that's when they knew I blew my cover. They went to his house pretending to be me, and as soon as he had shock written on his face, that's when they knew I'm not supposed to be there.
I thought he said the wrong name, and that's how he knew.
No. The shock in his eyes.
Infer what you will from the text.
And then I will read off the entire message that was encoded, explain the scene that we came up on, or encoded message, mind, spike, daggers, point to these strange bodies.
Yeah. So while you were gone, Kexx snacked on one of the corpses and poisoned himself. They both stabbed themselves in the head with those daggers that Mimir left. We've been discussing Mother Morose, teleporting to various dimensions, talking to Telosabal to get more info for Horde to go talk to Mother Morose, and sticking an iron.
Alright, well, to update you on things on my end, the crime scene has been secured, the dead have been taken. I will be getting you a list as well. And furthermore, Blake is looking for a place to stay.
I would love to say it here, but first off, it's not my place. Second off, I don't know if it's safe.
I would say sure, but it's kind of a crack den right now.
Yeah, I kind of realized that.
Yeah.
We'll be putting her and the Tiefling gentleman that Andrew's forgetting the name of currently.
Omal.
Samal. Thank you. Sorry for forgetting it.
Send him to our office.
Yeah.
I can't put them there either.
Okay.
Well, I was going to send them to my house, but I have recently moved the Maxes. They're getting on the next airship out of here back to where I grew up. They'll be visiting family.
Wise.
Morgan, did you know about the key?
The key.
Did I tell her about that?
You never went. You told her about things that happened in the Shadowfell?
Yeah. Or in the Whispering
Or
Woods.
in the Whispering Woods.
I
sorry.
didn't go into detail about
Did not go into detail, and there were other things that
Gotcha.
were more important
Precedent,
to them
yeah.
that they didn't bother. Just like, yeah, weird blood marble, whatever. Let's talk about you being a double agent.
You remember when we talked to that prophecy raven and got a bunch of info in the woods a while back?
I remember it being told to me. Yes.
There was a rock that got made out of Kexx's blood that Kellamvor just decided to say, you don't get to have that because Styx pointed Kexx out to Kellamvor.
Alyssa thinks that this is very elaborate for people to just want me dead. She believes that I have potential leverage over them, that they are aware of and we are not. We've been trying to connect some dots of some things that we've discovered and that we know about me. The only problem about that leverage pertaining to my blood is if I am unique compared to my mother.
Right.
And I don't know.
I think intrinsically the fact that you are undead versus your mother hopefully still being alive, in that you had admitted to me that Matron Cavus has done some work in your cranium, that would intrinsically tell me you are. I also think that possibly, for the record, I'm saying this as a character, not as the DM. Okay. I just want to make...
Yeah, fair enough.
More often than not, the most simple answer is the answer. And to me, you have managed to position yourself quite high in the Azorius, and have managed to make quite a name for yourself as Renton. And for you to come out as an Azorius spy undermines so much work Sorry, Demir Spy. Demir Spy undermined so much work they did in putting you there, and it is so loud in public. Senators were involved. The Senate was getting ready to convene. A lot of them already know about it. And as such, you must be made as proportional an example as possible. The Demir are not just going to rip your ears, your eyes, and your tongue out. They're going to make you and everybody you ever loved the example.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I moved my child and my husband out of Guild's Row. So, that is not to say there may not be ties with the Shadowfell. Maybe there are. But I would say that probably has much less to do with you being some prophecy child, and much more to do with you've pissed off the wrong people.
I think you are correct. So, this is the next step in the game. And I already relayed the entire message. They want me to go see Mother Murrow and make Ordem my Shade's End and make my choice of who I get.
Sayil,
Say.
Alyssa, you guys have both brought up great points. Don't go just yet. You do have some time, this sounds like.
I know. I wasn't planning on going right now.
Stay here, rest. If you can get in contact with Talasaval, I would. If you can start looking into sticking irons and how that plays into whatever is going on, please do. I can get you some in roughly a half hour.
Okay. Morgan. What if we talk to Cabas?
No.
Yeah.
That would jeopardize the Boros job that we have to do.
That has nothing to do with this at the moment.
Do we sacrifice the one for the sake of the other?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not at all where I'm going with this.
I'm saying going to Cabas might do that.
What would Cabas know that has to pertain to this? Besides the fact that she's the one that did work on your head. That's not what we're worried about at the moment.
It's more so I'm trying to think of workarounds instead of.
If you want to indebt yourself to Cabas and gain assistance, that is a very different thing. And I can assure you, I already have forces set up. So, if we can crack this code, we can attack on multiple fronts if needed.
Okay.
Grand Tuck. Yes. I understand that you are not of the paper-pushing type, but I do also understand that you like a bit of a row. Yeah.
He's best boy.
Styx rolls his eyes.
I'll give him a round.
Would you like to join in and possibly beating up some Demir? If they'll have me.
I think the better question is, have you healed from the last time?
That wasn't Demir.
And I wasn't there to patch you up, was I?
You were around, you just didn't care enough about him to do it.
Yeah.
We're actually right there.
In fact,
I did.
you and I need to have words after this.
I gave you my 2 weeks.
So, Morgan,
And it's been 1.5.
I shared with them some of my past, and I haven't shared it all with you. And I'm gonna relay, like, the, specifically the sticking your iron watches.
Okay.
And I didn't want to push for more information than you're hoping to work with.
I'm an open book.
No, you are not. A description of this person. So that we can...
Looks like me.
Exactly like you, or just similar?
A little bit taller.
Name?
Names. Struggling with that a little bit.
You know, as somebody who supposedly likes Fey magic. You really like asking for names, and I just don't give out names anymore.
I like Fey magic because I know, and because of that, I know asking for names is important. Do they have a moniker?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Mom.
That's all I needed to know. I'm sorry.
I don't know what's happening here.
Sad backstory.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would like to make Siggy and Iron watches again,
It has like 2 loving parents.
and I think that
Your parents
there's a
love you?
key
Well,
for something
we probably.
that's a domain of the Shadowfell.
Domain of Dread.
Domain of Dread.
Why? I'm not saying this to accuse. Why the fuck do you want to go to a Domain of Dread?
This guy.
Specifically, he's made.
Just for the record, Morgan, I said it was a bad idea. Continue.
I think that. I think that. Sure, he might have risen and he might be important and pissed off the wrong people. I think he also has a key, and they wiped his memory so he doesn't remember what the fuck it does. And that's usually a telltale sign for something that's very powerful that shouldn't be in the hands of the Dimir.
That's great. I agree. Mayhaps. Is it something that you want to open up without knowing what's behind it?
No.
Because if they want it, then maybe whoever is in control of it doesn't matter.
So, I think with time, which we don't have right now, and I would need to make, like, watches and etc., I think with time, we could figure out what that key does before we even go there.
What?
And I think that we need some libraries and some people who know how to keep their mouths shut.
Well, oddly enough, that's only the Dimir. But we're in a bit of a predicament with them currently.
We're good at that.
No, you're not.
That's true, yeah.
You have many different bright qualities. All of you. Quiet has never been one. Even you.
Sometimes.
Do you think they would find it entertaining if I put on an informative show for the city about the Dimir and what they do?
Well, that would involve being good at music, say.
I could practice, it takes some time, but,
Here's my interpretive dance.
I don't think any guidance that I have can help with that.
I am, for the record, fully on board whatever anti-Dimir campaign you want to go.
This is some your
not right now.
The Smear Dimir campaign.
The
Smear campaign.
Smidir, wasn't that one of the bosses in Dark Souls?
You're asking me.
Samir was.
Yeah.
It's basically.
Thank you. Scrubs.
I'm a monster hunter, like a real game.
Could you please at least play the Wii one? Do Sekiro.
What is it that you believe the watch did? The watch made it so the time dilation didn't happen? Is that what your hypothesis is?
I think it acts as an absorption mechanism, and I think because of like the way that I used it for the internals of the watch instead of like the actual watch casing itself, I used it for like the gears and etc.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in some way it stored that. I don't know what it did with it, but I think that when we walked through the portal, all of the time magic was essentially nullified for my mother, and I think that I walked through and it wasn't nullified for me.
So, yes, absorption. It absorbed the dilation.
Question is, what does it do with it after? I don't know if I made some magic artifact by accident, or that my mother would have, but...
Often how most magic artifacts are made. They're almost never intentional.
What if it made the edgy lead god, have a headache? That'd be pretty cool. Maybe lose some time.
I don't know.
I will get you some sticky iron for you to look at. If you could, please go speak with Tolasaval. I do not recommend you speak with Cabas. You are your own man, though. Do as you will.
It was just an idea.
Hey! Thank you. And Styx, is there any input you have? Anything that you would like from me? Any way I can help you?
Seems like everything tends to be a calamity around here.
This one could have been put off for a while.
I don't know what I can do to help.
I think you...
Ask Guy Daddy.
He doesn't like Kexx, and this has to do with Kexx.
Yeah, well, this also has to do with, like, multitudes of Kexxes, and, figuring that out, so, He's a god of death. People die eventually, given enough time, but if you push one off for now, so you can have a few dozen later, and he's making those stonks, There's an argument to be made that he might have an interest in this, is what I'm saying.
He had an interest in Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
For one reason or another.
I'm beginning to wonder if Bobo and Kexx were more related than we might have initially thought. The same similar processes for similar purposes.
I'm worried that we're on a time crunch, considering we have Nordal on our back. And I don't know if this has anything to do with Nordal in general.
We're gonna arrest him in a few days.
We're gonna get to that when we get to that.
You guys
We're gonna
arrest him?
Is that granted?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind helping us in a few days and not mentioning a word of that damn thing.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Not to you guys. He's saying that to the other people outside.
I know, but I
Remember 5 minutes ago when Morgan said you guys were loud?
I think that was an all-encompassing you guys, by the way. But
It was.
I think we should play to our strengths, and pretty good at going in and...
Balls to the walls, just sending it.
Yeah.
Are you...
Let's try to crack this code like you previously said and just get things in position.
Thank you for saying that. I agree.
Do I have
Good
to go
point.
to the sewers right now?
I'll go with you.
Morgan, actually, there is one thing that you could do to help me in particular. I haven't had time to do what I've wanted to do. Let's just say I got into a scrap and I technically won. That being said...
Technically, winning is something we do a lot around here.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Maybe I'll tell you all about this later. But, I need some thicker armor. And I don't know if you can just...
Pull some out of Azoria's storage.
I'll give you a cloak of protection.
I need more. I need armor. Like, specifically armor.
Sounds like something you should go buy.
I haven't had the time.
I think that
Kexx.
was going to be the hope, and then it looks like we might not have time.
We landed in... I just want to say we landed in Guild Row, and my plan was to go and get some. We went from landing here to going to a bar that is now partially intact, and then heading to another bar that is also partially intact. So, could you just put in a word to get me some armor?
How much would you like to spend on it, and what do you want?
Yes, and good.
Don't just yes.
1 second.
Well, I mean, how heavy, etc., etc.
Would I know from my time inventorying Uncle V's things if there was any armor that would have fit?
Not for me.
Armor pieces just laying around? No. Okay. Much like the blacksmith before, they don't typically have stock on hand.
No, I remember Uncle V was actually spending some time thinking about it. He was worried he might have to do elven chain or something.
Yeah.
That was specifically for Hutch.
No, to help you not be too weighed down when you fly.
No, I thought that was for Hush, because Hush was like,
That
trying
was
to
a-
figure out.
You were not part of that conversation, Estix. That was something Sail had spoken to Devon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yes, unfortunately, he had to leave shortly after that conversation, so he never got to start on it.
Okay. So I wouldn't have seen anything, so it's moot anyway. So.
There's material and stuff back there if you would like to start working on something. But again, that's like a downtime activity. It would take you.
Yeah, I was like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did poke into the workshop at one point to see what it looked like in there after we got back.
It is turned upside down.
Yeah.
Damn it, I just cleaned
it. Yeah.
Oh, is
They
anything...
put the tools back upside down!
Wait.
How did they have time for that?
Just really quickly, I specifically remember, Alyssa, taking inventory. Is there anything missing?
Sorry. Looking around, doesn't appear to be.
It's just upside down.
Everything's just upside down. They bolted the work table to the ceiling.
They're halfway between terrorists and pranksters.
The denier? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Like,
They're just a whole bunch of teenagers like...
All they did was open the back door to a bunch of those thugs.
So,
All right, get in there.
just super quick question, because I haven't used flying too much, but above table, would plate make it so I cannot fly?
You cannot fly in heavy armor.
just the whole category of heavy.
You also need to wear armor you're proficient with.
A, proficient with, and B, had the strength for.
So
You need a 15 in strength to even wear plate armor.
The reason I mentioned Elven Chain is because it
I don't
usually
even-
is like no weight requirement, no
I don't
strength
even think you
requirement.
can wear medium.
I don't think you can.
I'm not certain clerics you can. I don't think all
You get
clerics.
light, medium,
Well,
or regular cleric.
I'm
and
pretty
heavy
sh-
conditionally.
I'm pretty sure all
Clerics.
clerics get
Medium.
medium.
So that would be chain?
Chain shirt,
Chain shirt.
which is only a 13 plus 2.
Yeah.
If you have that much dexterity.
So I would get 1 AC.
Right.
Plus your cloak of protection, which would put you at 16.
So what I did was I got
Yeah, that's
light
the same
armor
for the one.
with a +2 on it. You know, like
Spent a pretty penny on it.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think I might be in the exact same boat where I will get just really nice, maybe studded leather.
We're starting to reach that age where we just need.
You can just spend the money on it. It makes sense.
We need
just,
it
Why don't you just become your armor?
because we're not all as cool as you, Mittens.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna in my downtime, I like to imagine that I made a tiny little fairy set of armor.
That would make me very happy. Saffron.
So what exactly are we doing?
Whimsy.
That is up to you guys.
What do you think we need to do to prepare for this? And I'm assuming we need to go to this location tonight.
I would speak with Tolosavall first. See what you can find out. If you are not scared to go speak with her alone, maybe split up. That way Alyssa has some time to work on the sticking iron. In fact, that's my last one of the day for the record. I can't do that anymore.
Wave your fingers around.
Cast sending. It will be here in roughly a half hour.
Prepare for it, and I'm gonna start.
Flipping all
The 30-second timer.
Or
So-
30-second timers.
Or
Stop. If you guys aren't too afraid to split up and do that, then you can go speak with Tolosavall. I would see possibly if you really wish to speak with Matron Cabas, do not do it on her ground.
Didn't want to.
If you are going to speak with her, have Grant Tuck and myself be present at the very least. Call her here. Something.
I think I'm.
I would rather.
actually,
The office?
I'd rather not talk to her.
you want to go get me armor?
I
I gotta go fucking talk to people.
Ask Colossal for my armor.
I will ask Tolosaval if she has any armor
I'm
that she
kidding.
thinks would be funny to give you. How's that?
Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've met her, but she sounds like somebody I wouldn't want to ask for.
Are you comfortable with seeing Tall by yourself? Or would you prefer that?
From the stories I've heard, he's more than comfortable.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are. You're not going alone by yourself anymore. You have your love voice in your head.
Can you cast blindness on yourself?
Are you asking Saffron, or are you
Yes.
asking... Okay.
Because you might need that.
Don't do it right
Yes,
now.
I can.
Good job. You might need to do that a lot.
Genius!
For those of you that are listening audio only, I closed my eyes really hard.
I will send a message to her.
Alright.
And ask her to meet with me and Morgan and Granta at... I actually don't think it matters if it's here.
How do you propose on sending the message?
Can I have the messenger owl go to her, or...
Load you Totoro.
I mean, theoretically speaking.
I think Totoro may be a better choice here. Unfortunately, Winston can't go underground super well.
Okay.
And I would have to take the time to change him, and he is running other messages for me currently.
Wait, no. Totoro's currently a bloat pig.
Tiny though.
Oh.
Bloat piglet.
Sayil.
And then...
Sayil.
Don't pop him!
Yes.
You know that I would not suggest it unless I thought it would help. Are you okay if she pays us a visit? You don't have to be here for it.
I would rather be here if she's going to be here.
Well, if you're going to go... time is of the essence. If you're going to go talk to Tall,
You think Cavus is going to be like, oh, sure, right now. I'll show up.
she might if I'm asking.
I would like to be here, but I understand if not. I will send Totoro for you. I will go to Tall, and I will try to be back. If only part of me returns by tomorrow morning, do not look for me. It will probably not be pretty if you find me.
Yep, I'm going to send a message to her, and I can type it to you if you want.
Please do.
Morgan, is there a way to make sure that if I die, nobody can take my soul and put it somewhere I don't want them to?
Yes.
Without involving him?
No.
I know you're out of spells, otherwise I would have asked.
Grand Tuck kind of goes, I can ask Larry.
Would I know who Larry is?
Who's Larry?
Larry is this Leonin man who is kind of just chilling on his back. Like, he's on his back next to Leonard. Just,
Don't ask Larry. Wait, is he in the Selesnya Guard?
Yeah.
What do I know of Larry?
Larry is a cleric, but he's a nature cleric. The two of you had a begrudging mutual respect for each other, but did not get along.
No.
No.
No. Look at him.
Yeah, he's not doing anything else.
I'm worried she's good.
That's what he normally does.
Exactly.
Nothing.
He's good for one job at a time. He can guard a soul for a while.
She's gonna put my soul in a lobster.
Would you rather me deal with it, or do you want to be... Actually, don't answer that question. I know the answer already.
Okay.
Put him in a lobster, Larry.
Larry's just like,
I don't want to be a lobster!
Okay, a fish? Beta.
I don't know, he seems more like an alpha to me.
Why do you have a mane?
Why do I have a name? Because it's beautiful.
I'm more of a Ligma male.
What is Ligma?
Look more deep.
Both the D's! Oh, wait.
See, I knew I'd like you. He was like, alright, come here. He puts his arm around your shoulder and starts walking you over to the corner.
What are we doing in the corner, bud?
I'm making sure that your soul can't be taken, right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Don't thank me, thank the big tree.
Big tree?
Yeah.
You're not even dead yet. Yeah. Larry, do you even know how you work?
How I work?
Oh, you don't. I forgot. Grand Tuck, why is he here?
If I'm being honest, it's because we saw how much blood there was from the lion, and we need somebody to heal him.
He didn't even do that.
But, dude, you should have seen how much blood there was. His innards were outwards.
Insides, outside.
Just, I feel like I know the
His
answer to
letters were
this, but I rolled a 25 on insight.
Yeah, you see, Grand Tuck and Larry don't lie. It's just like, it's not in their nature to.
Does Leonard seem like he likes Larry?
So much.
Yeah, the Demir showed up, took parts of Leonard, and went to the window.
The windows aren't even there anymore.
I know.
I had to go get him. And put him back. It was bad.
Okay, I take it back, Larry. You're fine.
Hey, Larry, you a cleric?
Yeah.
What? Can you talk to corpses?
Oh, I don't do that.
Okay, never mind.
That
Makes
was
me
what-
feel icky.
That's what they had me do, and it also made me feel icky.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel when I have to talk to Squirrel?
Squirrels are really, really mean most of the time. Anyways,
Sure.
he's going to take a claw and just poke you really hard in the sternum.
Ow.
I was like, yeah, give me a second. And there's going to be the glowing that normally comes from sticks as he casts spells is like this golden light. Golden in like the sense of like coin. Almost like this. There's, even at its brightest, there are still points of tarnish. As Larry pokes you in the chest, you feel protected. There's this sunlight that almost radiates out from him for a second. He goes like, alright, there you go.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
No soul bandits for me?
Nope. Well, you can die once.
That's different than... Okay.
What did you just do? Would I know what he did?
Death word.
Death ward.
Nice.
I can do that like once a month.
Yeah, I'm almost a half-orc now. Alright, I'll go fucking die.
I'm just gonna storm off like I can do that too.
You can do it multiple times a day.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Saeed, what the hell?
Can you do it right now, Sticks? Can you do it right now?
You know what I can do right now? I can huff and storm off.
I'll go over to Styx before I leave and so I'm worried about her, taking my soul and putting it in a rock and just having that off to the side.
To be honest,
This doesn't
no.
do fucking anything, does it?
did you see him?
I understand.
You get why, right?
Yeah, we really got the cream of the crop with you. Hot damn.
I'm gonna take that as an insult.
It was a compliment. You're the best out of the lot.
Grand Tuck's cool, but look at him.
Yeah,
The fuck's wrong with me?
you have a snake on your face and 2 spears.
It's my trunk, you dumb bitch!
It's a screaming snake!
It's gotta be screaming if you don't shut up about it. What the fuck?
Why are you guys insulting Grand Tuck for just being there?
It's just my face. I don't judge you for your pointy ears.
Oh boy!
Yeah, see? Same thing.
Oh god!
You guys started this. Both of you.
Tug, I was just making fun of you because you were my boss for a long time. Not your trunk. So I don't know why you said that.
He looks at his greatest boss mode.
Yeah, but
Was this just a lie to you?
You said he has this.
Whatever to you.
Yeah. It was a joke.
And his was also possibly a little bit of a racially charged joke.
It wasn't a racially charged joke.
You called me a knife here!
It's drawing comparisons!
I'm leaving.
Let's
call it onomatopoeia. You said he had a snake on his face.
There's a
And
snake.
he called your ears pointy. I think somebody's a little more in the wrong here.
He has a screaming snake on his face.
He also said I have spears for teeth.
Yeah, right?
I think that
I
maybe
meant your tusks.
Yeah, I know what you meant!
we just need to get him fired up.
So remember earlier when I was like, "Hey, we're really good at making friends." No, me either.
That's why you're.
I like you so far. You're fine. You haven't said anything mean about my face.
Thanks. Do you want some milk?
Yes. Why is it curdled?
It's not curdled yet.
I was just making a joke about the whiskey and the milk earlier.
Oh no!
It's a white Goliath.
This is Wilk. This is wine and milk.
Definitely is curdled.
The trunk comes down.
You don't like fermented fruit juice and cow's milk?
I'm deciding. Okay.
I got one of my coworkers to try Viking's blood mead the other day.
Gross. Viking's blood is awful.
They tried something that was like Mrs. B's or something, and it tasted like bog water. And then we got a free bottle of Viking's blood at the Christmas party. And they tried it, and like, this is what I thought wine would taste like when I was a kid. This isn't half bad compared to that other crap you gave me.
Most commercially made meat tastes like ass.
Yeah.
See, Granta's going to palm the entire mug and goes, "Get on."
By all means.
Thank you.
Larry, do you want wine milk?
I don't drink.
This tracks.
Go, go talk to your go talk to your scorn lover.
Do I have to go?
Larry's like, "I can go."
No, I'm going for myself.
She only likes you anyways.
She doesn't like me. She just likes me for my body.
That's fine. You still have it.
For now. All right. So, with that, you guys see as Sail starts to walk out on his way to go speak with Mother Talasaval. You guys are waiting on some sticking iron, and you see as Kexx sends a message to Matron Cabas. I think with that and a lot of other stuff that I've written down that you guys are interested in, I think it's a good place to call it for now.
Hey,
Call a little bit early, but I think that's a good place.
I think it's a good spot.
I was expecting more.
we're not in combat.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Eterios, also known as Sam, for all the gifted subs. Thank you for Apollo for the raid, as well as some subs. Thank you for Lizzie for some more subs. And, yeah, that was just amazing, guys. Thank you very much. We will see you next Sunday, the 7th. And, yeah.
It's the day before Kayson's birthday.
Yeah. Say happy birthday to the editor, Kaysen.
Happy birthday, editor.
So, thank you very much. We'll see you next time, and we love you.